6 o'clock, MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, MJ here. Michelle over there. Fester walking in with another hideous Hawaiian-style shirt. Fester, the first question I have for you right off the bat is, did you do anything to facilitate the issue? Did you fix the problem, or did you just run away like a scared little girl?
Oh, no, the problem's completely fixed.
Okay, and can you elaborate a little bit on how you fixed the issue, how the problem has been rectified?
Yeah, between you and I don't care to get into any details.
Oh, yes. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea. I fixed the problem. Did you fix the problem? No, I don't. What are you talking about?
Dude, you broke the only coffee pot in the building yesterday, depriving people of coffee. And you paraded the broken glass coffee pot for the coffee machine into the studio after you banged it against the stainless steel sink in the kitchen yesterday. Folks, if you missed this, Fester was cleaning out the coffee. But first of all, I didn't know you. I thought, you do drink coffee occasionally. That's right.
I drink a little bit of everything in the morning.
So Fester, apparently our coffee pot in the kitchen, which I'm in that room maybe twice per year.
That's right.
I'm not in the break room very often. You know, I come in here, I do the show, and I'm you know the old expression, do your fore and out the door?
That's about it.
Listen, because I'm hyper focused on this show. All I'm responsible for is doing a kick-ass job, doing the best possible show we can from 6 to 10. Plus, you know, Michelle, how many hours a day do I spend outside of this show at home prepping this broadcast?
Anywhere from 4 to 6. It just kind of
a long time preparing this show. So 4 plus 4, that gives me a solid 8-hour day. And then usually it's more than 4, so I work more than 8 hours a day performing and preparing this program. So I don't spend a lot of time in the radio station. Plus, you know, listen, the radio biz and the building camaraderie and
long gone.
the business in general and the fun and games in the halls, those days are done. And it's not just here; it's everywhere.
That's
just
right.
The whole media business.
Yeah.
Is it's a dumpster fire. I mean, television is a dumpster fire. Radio. I mean, you want to talk about a real steroid-induced dumpster fire? The print business. I mean,
okay. Let's talk about the coffee pot.
All right. So Fester is cleaning out the coffee pot apparently yesterday, and he's swishing it in the sink. Was it all kinds of what? All kinds of disgusting filth and mung?
I don't know. The coffee might have been sitting there for 12 hours. It might have been sitting there for 82 hours. I don't know.
So Fester's cleaning out the coffee pot with water, and he's swirling and swishing, and he bashes the side of the glass coffee pot into the stainless steel sink, and it knocks out, unbelievably,
amazingly, this,
perfect circle of I don't know if you could do that again if you tried. You should have played a scratcher lottery on the way home. That's what you should have done.
I could have used the shard of glass as my scratcher.
Oh, Fester ruined the coffee pot, just broke it.
Yeah.
And then, oops, that's the only coffee pot apparently in the building. So did you do anything to replace it? Alert anybody?
Can you just buy that like at Target or Walmart?
So the crazy thing is, when you said, did I rectify the problem?
Yes.
It never really risen or had risen or rosen. It never really rised.
Dr. Rosen?
It never elevated to the level of problem for me because I did something and nothing at the same time.
Good point.
Did you know that we have a coffee company that comes in and stocks this place?
I am shocked that they haven't fired that company with all the budget cuts in radio.
So
I am shocked at this information.
I walk by and I kind of peek my head.
I'm putting the coffee company on notice. I don't know how much longer you're going to be here.
I'm shocked at this information.
It's a week-to-week contract. So I look in, and there's the guy. He has his little wheelie cart.
Hold on.
What?
He was here?
Yesterday, the day that I break the
Oh, it was
coffee pot.
It was service day for our coffee machine.
Stock up day, because he brings like the bags of coffee and he brings the Splenda packets and the sugar tubes and all that stuff, and like the powdered creamer.
Sugar tubes. What does he bring? The crap that you see? Oh, you mean the it's a canister? What is a sugar tube?
What is a sugar tube?
It's a canister of coffee sugar, or it's the cardboard. It's a canister.
Who calls this a canister?
Yeah,
Who calls it a tube?
I mean,
a sugar tube.
A sugar shaker, maybe, but not.
It's not a canister.
It's a canister of sugar. It's the cardboard walled circular canister of sugar. Yes.
And he drops off, 4 or 5 cases of this and 4 or 5 cases of that, because we have.
What do you mean, 4 or 5 cases of sugar? What are you stocking Walmart?
I don't know. I don't know who tells him what to do.
Anyway,
and I see him, and I say, "Hey!" And I think I remember his name. I think his name was Matt.
Matt.
And I'm like, "Hey, Matt!" He goes, "It's Mike." I'm like, "Oh, sorry,
right.
Mike. How you doing, man?" He was like, "Good, stocking the coffee supplies." I'm like, yeah.
Making copies, stocking coffee supplies.
I was like, something super crazy happened this morning, and I showed him the coffee pot.
Did he have a spare on the truck?
And he's like, "Oh, I don't know if I have a spare on the truck."
Oh, man.
But he says he can put in an emergency order.
Oh.
And either have one delivered later that day, later yesterday, or first thing this morning.
Well,
so I don't know.
Have you checked to see? That should be the first.
When would he have checked?
I just got here.
Oh, that's right. If Fester operates on like just-in-time production at a factory.
JIT.
JIT.
That's fine.
Fester's JIT, just in time. I'm here for over half an hour laying things out before the show. Fester's walking in as the freaking show open music is going da 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 da.
And amazingly, we both have the same amount of Employee of the Month awards.
JIT.
There you go.
When we got our X5 replaced, after our other one was flooded in Helene, it's kind of interesting to take a look at some of the production stickers on some of the parts in the car. And sometimes you can see some of the production dates with the barcode scans for the BMW factory up in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Technically, it's Greer. But you look at some of the dates, and some of the dates are like 2 days before the car was built that the parts arrived. JIT, just in time. It's just like Fester. Oh, by the way, today is typically tax day.
Oh, yeah.
Today is April 15th. But for Floridians, we get an extra 2 weeks or so because tax day for us, this is a tax filing deadline day. Tax filing deadline day has been moved to May 1st. Because of the hurricane activity, because of Helene, and then, oh, thank God you've answered, Hurricane Milton. So, you know what I got to find out? What about if you owe money? Because, typically if you file an extension.
Yeah.
So if you file an extension, you don't have to file your taxes typically by April 15th. Now it's May 1st for Florida, only this year right now. But if you owe money, you have to pay the money. So you can file an extension if you're not filing your taxes, but if you owe money to the IRS, that money has to be paid. So if you file an extension, it doesn't mean you get to extend the money that the government is grubbing for with their hands out. Right. So I need to find out if the whole extension, if the money due is also pushed until May 1st. It was. Hey, Andrew, can you try to confirm that?
What would that point be of giving the state an extension if you can't pay the money on the first?
I got to, but I don't want to. I want to just make sure because I don't want to give out erroneous information.
Well, the extension is not because you can't pay the money. The extension is just so that you can have time to get your paperwork together.
And also, I am still pissed off at those bitches at the U.S. Postal Service because it was 1 year ago today. 1 year ago today. That they lost 2 of my priority mail packages at Tampa, Maine, at the airport post office. They lost 2 IRS payments, of which I have been penalized tens of thousands of dollars in late fees, interest, and penalties. And people are asking. I've got people are saying, "Hey, what's the latest on your IRS issue?" Well, I do have an update. I'll get to that later on. We're just getting rolling. Katy Perry in space and Oprah's bestie and all that crap. A lot of observations. Something that we did not see is actually pretty damn funny. Yeah, we got to talk about the you-know-what from the Katy Perry and space deal yesterday. All right, hold on. Just getting rolling. 6:10. It's going to be a busy, busy, busy Tuesday. Oh, when we get back, remember the Illinois teacher that was having relations with a 15-year-old? This is a recent teacher on student story, but there's like a crazy element that's come out of the story, which I'm like, what? All right, hold on. That and more next. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 611, back in minutes.
Good morning.
7 FM, MJ, Fester, Michelle. Tuesday, 6:22 at the MJ Morning Show. And the latest on the...
Hold on. Wait, during the intro to the song there, you said untoward?
Yeah. I was teasing the update to the latest interesting story about a student-teacher inappropriate relationship.
What's untoward?
Oh, you're calling me out on my use of words?
I'm just saying it's a word I've never heard before.
What? You never heard of the word untoward?
Untoward was like when you go on vacation and don't go on the tour. You don't go on the excursion. Hey, did you guys see the cave? No, I left it untoward.
That's really good.
That's what I thought. Untoward.
Like that.
No, that would be TOURED.
Yeah, UNTOURED. Right, untoward.
No, the way I'm using the word untoward,
I'm using the word untoward.
No. I use the you're calling me out for the use of the way that I'm using the word is UNTOWARD. You never heard of that?
Hey, Michelle, on your trip to Washington, did you see the Lincoln Memorial or did you leave it untoward?
All right, we can stop.
See, that's how you use that word.
No, it's not. You're saying tour is going on a tour.
Yes.
TOUR, like, oh, look, there's the tour guide. No, I'm the untoward guide. I'm talking about UNTOWARD. Folks.
Like when I go out to a city, I don't like to go where everybody goes. I like to be an untourist.
All right, listen. I use the word properly. It's a word you've never heard of. Untoward means like inappropriate. UNTOWARD. Untoward, it means an inappropriate situation.
That's like a lesser known kind of definition,
Yeah, I mean, what do we
to be honest with you.
What are you talking about, lesser known?
What are we speaking like in the old English? We're using the King's English?
Michelle's got a doctorate over here. You're a JD. You're a lawyer.
Right. So I know how to read a dictionary.
Have you heard of the word untoward?
I have, but it's not often used in the manner in which you've used it because it's like the fourth definition listed. Usually, it's used.
It's inappropriate, unexpected,
that's the fourth
inappropriate.
Definition. Merriam-Webster, that's the fourth definition.
All right, hang on. Fester, that's, what is this? Yeah, inappropriate, inconvenient, untoward is...
If you look up the Merriam-Webster dictionary...
All right, Fester has the easy...
No, you don't look up that one.
He's got the Google one.
That's not a good one.
All right, listen, I'm moving... hold on.
That's really not the best.
I've got the story about the... Oh, no. Andrew says I got to take line 6. Hold... Jeez. Is this a complaint?
I don't know.
All right. Is this a tour guide? All right. Good morning, MJ Morning Show. Phil is calling in from Arcadia, way out in the sticks. Hello, Phil. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Can I help you?
Good morning, MJ, Fester, my buddy, and Michelle. I haven't talked to you in 7 months since I called in about the Morons Paradise song.
This is Phil Dispenza, MJ. Remember?
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Phil, I actually have a couple of your communications to me in my pile to discuss later today.
Yeah, you teased it yesterday. That's why I'm calling you. I'm calling you out because Michelle's right that you got dementia because you teased it right before the long hour, and your hour and 20-minute segment.
Yeah.
And then, poof, you ghosted it.
Hold on.
I was telling the guys at work that maybe I was going to get heard on the radio. Oh, they're going to talk about Phil on the radio with Joanne's Fabrics and the tax.
Don't give it away, Phil.
There are two things. Yeah, there are two things that this caller, Phil, sent me via DM, direct message on Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and I printed out 2 DMs because I thought it was good content, and I just didn't get around to it. I will get around to it later today, okay, Phil?
That's great. Thanks.
Hey, Phil,
so Phil's calling to complain that I didn't showcase and highlight
his material. How about you not be so pissy, Phil? Give it a break.
All right. Phil, it is coming up, and I do appreciate your communications, Phil. They're helpful more than hurtful.
Okay, thanks a lot, everybody.
Right, bye, Phil.
Wow, what an untoward person he is. Very difficult.
Michelle just chortled because that was like a kid expression. Like with the kids growing up, if they would do something, it was always Michelle would say, "Now, was that helpful or hurtful?" You know,
Well, I got that from a teacher. I didn't come up with that on my own.
Oh.
That's you make the kid acknowledge, whether they were being helpful or hurtful in a particular situation.
Oh, we don't say good things like that. We say things like, you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit.
Well, we do that too, but
Yeah.
sometimes you want to try to guide their behavior.
all right. So let me get into the story
Yes.
that I did not. According to Fester, use an acceptable word to describe. All right. So we have talked about these stories for years now. The Deborah LaFave situation, Mary Kay Letourneau years ago. And listen, the dozens and dozens of other teacher-student relationship stories. And it's like, you'd think that these, listen, all right, so you got a horny teacher. I mean, you still would figure that they would probably get the message that it's just not a good idea, with the amount of teachers that have been arrested and gone to jail.
It's not that you have a horny teacher. You have a teacher with a mental issue.
Yeah.
Okay, let's call it what it is.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay.
All right. So the latest that we talked about over the last, week or 10 days was this Illinois teacher, Christina Formella, who is facing charges of hooking up with a 15-year-old. This is in Wheaton, Illinois. The reason why I'm bringing this up is that this thing just surprises over and over again. So she was in court yesterday, and she was described as all glammed up. It's like she's doing a publicity shot for a beauty pageant or something. I mean, she is dolled up. She is mad. Well, listen, remember I commented how good her mugshot looked. And I'm not trying to glamorize that, but man, she had a good-looking mugshot. And then you ought to see how she showed up in court yesterday. Michelle, you're looking at the picture. Describe, and by the way, when we get our new studio finally on the air, our new camera system is going to allow Android apparently to put like web pages and stuff on MJTV, so we'll be able to flash the mugshot, for instance, on MJTV instead of me like holding up my phone like this is 1972.
Yes, holding up your phone.
Yeah, my princess phone, my trim line. All right, so Michelle, describe what she looks like.
She looks like a very attractive young lady walking into the courtroom.
I mean, she's smoking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, her makeup looks like it was professionally done.
So
It's like they brought in a makeup artist from Hollywood.
she was not untoured by the 15-year-old. And I'm using my definition. Toured.
Yeah, that 15-year-old went on a tour, obviously.
He sure did.
All right, so a couple of things here. So she shows up to court yesterday with her new husband, but this is amazing. Something else has come out. She was involved with the 15-year-old, but never let her new husband in on the details of the fact that let me share this with you. The Illinois teacher accused of molesting a 15-year-old student claimed to cops that the boy was a stalker and that her new husband knew all about his so-called obsession with her after she was arrested. But Christina Formella's ex-college baseball player spouse said he was totally in the dark about the boy. No idea. So she claimed that, he knew that he was a stalker. So she's trying to say, oh, no, this kid's a stalker. It's all fake. And the new husband apparently was totally in the dark about the relationship. Now, what about the accusations? I mean, was he in the dark about those as well? I mean, obviously, you're not going to tell. If you're having an affair or something, you're not going to tell.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
I love
But
how MJ.
you're not?
Obviously, you're not going to tell.
But there seems to be an indication that even after she got in trouble, that she kept him in the dark.
Yeah, she's a terrible person.
As they were in a relationship and engaged and soon to be married.
It's almost like you're trying to make her sane in your mind because she's moderately attractive. But she's a nutcase. With mental issues.
Yeah.
And some.
This might be somewhat untoward to say, but do you think we gravitate to or we try to invent a an aura where really hot, attractive people can't be nuts?
You know what's crazy? I think
What are you saying?
I think there's a very high percentage of very attractive people who are crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Listen,
But MJ, we're taking our energy here to. Well, can you believe she did this? Yes, because she's a psycho. She's as mental as she.
But listen, the point is, listen.
Demonstrated by the video that was captured after she was arrested, how she just completely lost it, acting like, oh my God, my life is over because I didn't really do this thing that I really did, because there's all kinds of journaling on her phone about it.
Yeah, that was the body cam video when the cops confronted her to arrest her. Anyway, all right. So listen, I'm sorry. It just seems that more people that are whacked out looking and are like.
Oh wait, I know what it is. You don't look at her and see the same thing we always say when we see somebody who was arrested. That's a guy, right? You don't see crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes, or just somebody.
Okay,
that,
look, at her again.
Yeah.
Does she have crazy lips? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's
crazy. No,
I don't know.
I'm just saying that it just seems that when people do whacked out things, when people go ballistic, go nuts, when people are clearly out of their freaking minds, they're just a lot of times not attractive. Hey, look at the guy that just lit the governor's mansion on fire in Pennsylvania.
Very ugly.
I mean,
very ugly person.
The guy's mugshot, the guy and other pictures that are surfacing, the guy looks like a complete psycho. Hey, quickly, before we get too late here, 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. If you're brushing your teeth right now, you know what? Let me save this.
What if you're brushing your teeth right now? There are people mid-brush.
All right. I think Kentucky Fried Chicken needs to focus more on whatever issues have arisen where they've recently been named last in fast food chicken. KFC is introducing a fried chicken flavored toothpaste.
No, I think that's a joke.
I'm telling you right now. KFC recently introduced, and I thought, is this an April Fool's joke? But no, this is well after April Fool's. KFC recently introduced a fried chicken flavored toothpaste. The flavors are inspired by all of KFC's 11 herbs and spices, according to a news release. And, I'm like, April Fool's? But this story is from the New York Post just a couple of days ago, well after April Fool's. So
I think I saw that story right out, on April Fool's Day.
I think the Post needed to fill some space, and they pulled a week-old or 2-week-old article.
The toothpaste, which is offered exclusively on the His Smile, High Smile?
His Smile
website for $13 was sold out as of Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's sold out because it doesn't exist.
Tuesday was 2 Tuesdays ago.
No, but
and that was
this is
April 1st.
Yeah, but this is well.
I think it's an April Fool's joke.
But the story.
I know what you're saying. I see it. I see the dates, but I'm telling you, I saw the story.
The story I have is after April 1st, well after April 1st. So why would the New York Post do a story if it's an April Fool's joke days after April 1?
Because half of the Post is written by AI.
Mm-hmm,
because they have 3 people in their newsroom at the end of the day, and they put out a decent product, but they're not keeping track of dates because it's actually an entertainment rag and not a news article. That's why.
All right. I don't want to get too late here. Anyway, can you try to find out if it's April Fool's or not? And if the New York Post printed a story days after April Fool's Day? I mean, you got a lot of crazy stuff that does come out. It's not out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 6:36, man. I'm late, Fester. I wanted to push this off.
Well, the people who are brushing need to know.
All right, 6:36 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news next. Hey, Steve and Elizabeth Holland. Before I get to the Morons, update on the KFC toothpaste. We figured out why the New York Post had a story days after April Fool's Day on the alleged Kentucky Fried Chicken 11 herbs and spices toothpaste, which sounds disgusting. You know, yeah. For Thanksgiving, I'd like some turkey stuffing and gravy flavored toothpaste.
Sounds good. I mean, yeah, so it started off as an April Fool's prank.
But there was such a response that they decided to sell it?
No, I think the marketing geeks at KFC were like, hey, let's do it for real. Now, being from Kentucky and knowing that nobody really brushes their teeth in that state anyway, they didn't think he was going to take off.
That's West Virginia.
Right next door.
With Mountain Dew. No.
Kentucky doesn't border West Virginia?
No.
Pretty damn close.
No, it doesn't. Take a look at a map.
Gotta look at a map.
Yeah, Kentucky doesn't
USA
border
map.
West Virginia.
Pretty close.
It's not close.
Let me go here. Hold on.
Oh, dude, you're eating into my.
Well, now we made a statement. I got to see if my geography's correct.
Yeah. So there's Kentucky. Oh, maybe it does.
I mean, West Virginia's right here. Kentucky's right here.
No, Ohio. Hold on a minute.
I need a better map. This map's all the same. I need a map where the states are different colors.
Right there. Yeah, go to that map right there.
This is like a map for like kindergartners.
Yeah, go to that map. Yeah, so go. There you go.
Kentucky, West Virginia.
It does.
They share like a 200-mile border.
Okay, I'm wrong. All right,
you were a real prick about it too.
All
right. They don't border.
All right, so yes, Kentucky does border West Virginia.
I mean, you were really.
I was thinking Tennessee. My apologies.
Don't confuse Kentucky with Tennessee.
Yes, Kentucky does share
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Kentucky shares a pretty freaking long border with West Virginia.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
This is the poor dental breadbasket of America, right there, from West Virginia through Tennessee.
I stand
Kentucky.
corrected. I do make about 4 mistakes a year, okay? All right, that's number one for the year.
Anyway.
Oh, no, that's like number 121.
So apparently they partnered with this website called His Smile that actually makes nothing but novelty toothpaste.
They only make novelty toothpaste?
Everything is like...
That's their whole business is only novelty toothpaste?
Yeah, it's like they have like a toothpaste machine, and they can put some flavors in it, and they'll package it however you want. And then, like, if you have like a waffle,
I want urinal cake flavored toothpaste.
Okay.
this place will make it for you. That's what they do.
God, I hate the smell of urinal cake.
But in your mouth in the morning, it's refreshing.
Let me move. I got morons in the news, man.
Oh, hey, listen.
I got the morons over here. All right, this is moron story number one today. Clearwater woman arrested for DUI says she was lit. When pulled over by cops, she had a baby in the car. You're drunk, baby in the car, and you tell the cop, oh, yeah, I'm lit. Yeah, great. This happened over the weekend. Woman has been arrested, driving under the influence with a baby in the car. Clearwater Police Department said a 911 caller got on a phone and said, hey, we've got a reckless driver near Gun Avenue and Gulf to Bay. This was Saturday night about 8 p.m. Lily Kozianowski, 24, apparently struck 3 vehicles, including the caller's vehicle, and then smashed into a curb. When she was finally pulled over, apprehended by the Clearwater PD, she flunked the field sobriety tests and then blew into the breathalyzer. 2 samples, a .263 and a .247, according to Clearwater Police.
That's pretty drunk.
That is lit. So officers, upon investigating the scene, wrote in the report there was an infant in the car when she was stopped. And then the driver offered up to the cops that she was, quote, lit, L-I-T, after spending time at a friend's house, and then put the kid in the back. How did the friend let this woman leave and drive knowing that she had a kid? The friend must have been lit, too.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. The friend must be lit, too.
You're making the assumption everybody's completely rational here.
Oh, my God. Kozianowski was charged with DUI with a minor in the vehicle and also hit with child neglect charges, but without great bodily harm. It could have been a whole lot worse. But holy schnit. A .263, and she's got a kid, and she's bashing into cars and smashing into curbs?
Yes, the Urban Dictionary, 5th definition down,
lit.
Extremely intoxicated, could also mean high, stoned, or out of it.
My God. Anyway, unbelievable. Lit. Yeah, I'd say so. All right, this is terrible. I want to warn you that you're going to get a cringe to rival all cringes.
All right.
83-year-old has been tossed in jail for allegedly sticking his hand down a child's pants.
Oh.
In the Villages, no less. Fredlita's hometown. The perviest hometown.
According to this guy, yes.
My God, sickest hometown. Yeah, from the Villages News, ladies and gentlemen. 83-year-old guy jailed, allegedly sticking his hand down a 5-year-old child's pants. Arthur Davila Spengler. What's the matter with you, Spengler? Yeah, was visiting a home in Sumterville Friday afternoon when a woman observed Spengler stick his right hand down the front of the victim's pants under the waistband, approximately to his wrist. What the hell is he doing? This is according to the arrest report from the Sumter County Sheriff's Office. That is grotesque. Yeah. The woman physically had to intervene and grabbed his hand to remove it from the 5-year-old kid's pants.
I mean, I'm old.
And then ordered Spengler to leave.
Man.
Listen here, Spengler. You get out of here,
Don't get me-
Spengler.
Don't get me started, man.
He was arrested by the Sumter County Sheriff's Office on felony charges of lewd and lascivious behavior, booked into the Sumter County Jail.
Oh, man.
Uh,
Somebody should have put Spengler down when he was a creep in his 20s.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he's originally from Pennsylvania. You know, in the Village's news, when people are like in trouble, they always, in the article, they always put where they're from.
Yes.
Yeah, he was from Pennsylvania.
In case anybody's from his neck of the woods.
All right, that's just grotesque. That's nuts. Hey, another Florida. Are we all Florida today? Yeah, Clearwater, now Villages, and now let's hit the Palm Coast. We have a Popeyes employee.
Ooh.
Popeyes employee now in jail with her friend, stealing customers' credit card information.
You can't do that at the Popeyes.
No, come on.
But you can at the Burger King.
Well, you know, MJ, I went to a fast food place recently, and I'm normally not a super fast food guy.
Yeah.
But I stopped at one, to steal a drink, and I paid
Unbelievable.
with my card. I just tapped it.
Yeah.
I don't hand my card over. How'd they steal the information?
Yeah. How's that happening now?
According to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, a customer reported seeing an employee at Popeyes tapping her credit card twice while in the drive-thru last month, once for her order and then again to a cell phone. So they had like a cell phone reader to steal the credit card information for personal use. And then the next day, this customer found a $311.90 charge to her account.
No, what happened was they had it on their phone. They were in the cart.
The wallet.
Yeah, the cart. No, they were in the cart. You buy 10 things on Amazon, you put it in your cart, and then you pay with her card.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, apparently this was some kind of a scam to send the money to an inmate for a commissary deposit, for some inmate to spend money in the commissary. So I guess the Popeyes employee had a friend in jail and was using this racket to send the friend money in jail so they could spend money in the... This woman thought she'd get away with stealing from a customer and giving the money to a state prison inmate, according to Rick Staley, sheriff in what county? Flagler County. Wow, what a racket that is.
What a good friend she is.
All right,
right?
6:54 at the MJ Morning Show, folks. We start the 7 o'clock hour next. When we get back, I gotta talk to our audience regarding a direct message I got about Pokemon and Grand Theft Auto. I received a tip here, and I just want to go to the audience and see if this is accurate about a massive craze. There's like a massive craze for Pokemon right now and GTA. All right, hold on a minute. We'll address this next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. My friend. Welcome, everybody. The 7 o'clock hour has arrived. Inquiring minds want to know, are these two things real? So I get a direct message from Ricky. And Ricky says, hey, MJ, I've got two topics that I need you to discuss on the air. He says that he listens to the show in the morning a lot now because his drives are much longer. Number one, Ricky is saying the Pokemon craze is out of control and we can't find them for our kids, and people are going ass-bat crazy over them. All right, number one, is that accurate? Is there like a renewed Pokemon craze right now?
I mean, is he talking about the cards?
Yeah, it's got to be the cards, right?
We talked about
this. Yeah, because he says the Pokemon card craze, we can't find them. Is this true? All right, folks, help us out here. Is this true that there's a renewed craze for Pokemon cards and people can't find them? 800-990-1047. Let me know. 800-990-1047. Yes, Andrew.
I happened to be in Ace Hardware over the weekend, and walking in, there's a sign on the door that says they carry Pokemon cards.
Hold on. At Ace is the place?
It was the Ace Hardware on 56th.
Ace is the place with the friendly Pokemon sales?
Yes.
Apparently that's the case.
Yeah, Pikachu is actually helping you in plumbing.
Yes, I need to get a garden hose, a wheelbarrow, and some Pokemon cards.
Have you ever been to an Ace Hardware lately?
Yeah, though, Ace on Beta Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, right on Beta Bay. It's Ace Hardware. It's, mom and pop operation. It's a great alternative to the big box stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. Nice Ace, South Tampa, right on Beta Bay. Yes.
So Ace, I've been to a couple of them. They have like,
oh my God, look at the phones.
A wide variety.
Holy crap, every line. Boom. All right, Andrew, screen them up. Let's go. What were you saying?
They seem to have a lot of products at an Ace Hardware that you wouldn't expect to find in a hardware store.
What about panties?
Yeah, aisle 6.
All right. What about massage oil? Is that next to the motor oil?
Yeah.
Let me go to phones. Open up the screener. Josh in Clearwater. All right. So I haven't even gotten to question number 2. Question number 2 is my Grand Theft Auto. All right. Josh in Clearwater. Yes, Josh, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. Yeah, so I actually own an anime store.
Yeah.
Anime RX.
Hold on. What is it? Anime RX.
Yep.
So, like your prescription for anime. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly.
All right. And where is Anime RX?
Yeah, we're on South Missouri Avenue in Clearwater.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We're brand new. We actually just had a grand opening about 2 weeks ago. So.
Well, congratulations. I love to see this. A small business guy. And, well, welcome to the business community.
Thank you. Yeah, so reference...
Do you have any OxyContin over there at Anime RX?
Sorry, sir?
Any OxyContin?
I mean,
No.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
what if I really had prescriptions to be filled?
I need some Xannies. All right, all right, Josh.
Well, it used to be a weed dispensary before we moved into it.
All right, go ahead, Josh. What is the Pokemon craze going on right now?
Okay, so that is 110% a real thing, and it is everywhere. The Pokemon thing, I can't explain how it happened, but I can tell you that the issue is that not only do you have like the younger people that want to get into it, but you've also got the older people who've been doing it for probably 20, 30 years, and they see it as like an investment.
Oh, no, like Beanie Babies or something.
Yeah, but it's incredible because now you've got people that have got, like adult money dipping into something that's kind of like geared toward kids.
All right, Josh, I know that there are some of the rare cards that can sell for a fortune.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, what's the rarest of Pokemon cards right now? What's the holy grail right now?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you because what's happened is the TCGs, the trading card companies.
The TCGs, the trading card, really?
Oh, yeah. The TCGs, they understand exactly what the situation is, and they're using supply and demand to kind of bolster their numbers.
All right, so Josh, the latest Pokemon craze, is this somewhat new? Pokemon's never gone away, but it seems to run hot and cold. When did the new, inflammation of the craze occur?
Okay, so the resurgence that I saw...
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, resurgence.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, and like I said, I can't tell you the catalyst for it, but I want to say it started picking up about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And that's when I started seeing a lot of adults get back into it for whatever reason.
Well, apparently we're like some kind of peak Pokemon craziness right now.
Well, sure, the kids want them.
All right.
The kids want them, and the adults with their investment strategies and financial portfolios are wanting them as well.
The hell with NVIDIA. I'm buying Pokemon. So what? People just buy tons of packs of cards in the hopes that they get the rare cards. Is that it?
Yeah. Yep. And let me tell you, it's so bad, and I don't want to name names or anything.
Yeah.
But we had, like I said, we just opened, so we have all of our new inventory coming in, and we get new inventory maybe twice a week now. And we have a UPS guy that knows what's in the boxes, and he'll be like, hey, would you mind if I just stuck around?
So the UPS guy wants to be there when you open it up to see if he can buy some?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, he'll buy a whole case. He'll be like, oh, yeah. It won't even hit our inventory yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's an honest UPS guy. Hey, remember the DHL guy that used to serve Gandhi years ago?
Yeah.
And he was friends with someone there, and items used to fall off the truck. Remember that guy years ago?
Yeah, I remember.
All right. Hey, Josh, thanks for calling, and best of luck with your new store.
I appreciate that, MJ. Thanks.
All right, you
Have a
bet.
great day.
Hey, give the name of the store again.
Anime RX. We're on South Missouri Avenue.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Let me grab James in Lakeland. James, do you concur that there is this insane Pokemon craze right now?
Oh, absolutely. A couple of years ago, just like the last caller was saying, I could go into almost any local card shop and buy what's called a booster box. They used to be about $120, $130. Now you go into any card shop, they're about $180 to $220 in 2 years.
For a booster box. How many packs or how many cards come in a booster box?
So a booster box is about 32 packs of cards, and each pack has 10 cards in it.
Oh, I got you. All right.
So
well, thank you, James.
So it's kind of crazy.
All right, James, how many Pokemon cards do you have in your collection?
Maybe about 100, but they're all stuff that I've had since I was a kid. But my kids, I buy them packs all the time, and they have thousands of cards.
Wow. All right, James, thanks, man. Look, the phone's absolutely blew up here. I got to get to the second question in a second. Jed is in Bradenton. Jed, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, it's Jared. How's it going?
Yeah, go ahead, Jed. Thank you. Going well. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Pokemon has gone completely off the rails, and like the past callers have been saying, it started like a couple years ago, because I'd go to the Walmart, and they'd have stuff on the shelves a couple years ago. That stuff is gone. There's videos of scalpers like on X. They line up like at least 10 people deep, middle-aged guys, and they buy out the entire inventory so they can go scalp it, send it, and sell it for like 2-3 times. And the big card, I think, that really did it, it wasn't our friend Charizard, the orange dragon.
Hold on. It wasn't Charizard, the orange dragon.
No.
What is
Umbreon.
Hold on. Wait a sec. The Charizard?
Charizard. But if you search MJ, Umbreon VMAX and Umbreon EX, those cards are going for $1,000. Everyone's obsessed with it. Everyone wants those sets. And you even see these YouTubers, they're like these Pokenomics guys where all they do is analyze like, hey, here's the sets you need to get, here's the cards you need to get, here's the cards you need to sell. So everyone left in the dark, like it's the people that actually want to just, hey, collect, like get one of each, play the actual game. Pokemon's huge competitively now.
Wow.
And
I mean, the cultures that I don't even know exist, really. I mean, I know about Pokemon and Pokemon cards, but this culture, I just had no idea that.
I've never said the word Charizard. When you say the word Charizard, it sounds like something in your gastro.
Yeah, like Char-Shart.
Yes.
It's like, how about the Shart card? Is that big? You need gloves to handle that one.
There's a sharded version of a Charizard card. I believe that one goes for like maybe $500-600.
Oh, man.
Charizard EX. I'm thinking full art. Yeah.
Thank you, Jed. Listen, have a great day. Look at this. Let me grab two more, Michelle and James. Michelle is in Hudson. Michelle, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. So I actually found out about this, too, because of a friend that I have. He'll go to stores like Walmart and find out when the next shipment's coming in. And it's true that they'll buy, like, the entire shelf. And it's gotten so bad that
I wonder if people are bribing like Walmart employees or Target employees. What if they're bribing them to like let them know when the shipment's coming in or hold the box back until I get there in the back, you know?
I think they find out somehow, and I'm not sure quite how they find out. But it's gotten so bad that the Pokemon Company itself has been like actively reprinting the popular cards to combat the problem.
All right. Well, Michelle, thank you very much. And last call on this, James in St. Pete. James, you're on the MJ Morning Show with Pokemon Mania. Go ahead.
Hi, MJ. Hi, Fester. I work retail. I actually work at Target, and I've seen people line up for the Pokemon cards at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they'll stay in the store until they get their cards.
Now, James, do they have a hot tip that the cards are coming in on the next truck, or do they just randomly just hope that something came in on the last truck?
We are not allowed to tell them when it comes in. When they're allowed to come pick it, we usually start up a line around 8 o'clock. We give them a ticket and a number. That's when they're allowed to come and grab their card. If their number is called and they're not there, they basically surrender their number, and we just continue on.
Wow. James, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Wow. I've seen some places like a Target have like signs posted like limiting how much you can buy.
Oh.
Because some people will buy the whole shelf.
The whole shelf. I'm watching a video here on TikTok that
fight.
Yeah, fight. Well, apparently, they also sell these cards in machines, and so the two people are waiting for them to reload the machine, and the two dudes get in a fight. I mean, they're grown adults.
Hold on, what machines are selling Pokemon? Like a lottery machine?
Like a
vending machine.
Yeah, vending machine. Like
where in the U.S. or like in Japan?
Well, they look like
or
they're
something?
American.
All right. Then the second thing is, and Ricky sends me number 2. The second huge thing going on right now is about Grand Theft Auto. maybe Fester might know about this. I mention this because I have a few friends that are trying to take the whole week off of work just to get their hands on the new Grand Theft Auto. And I was thinking that during that week, there's going to be a very slow production day of work for many people calling out sick. So when does the new Grand Theft Auto come out? And has this been is this the one that's been years in the making? It seems to me that I recall maybe some time ago we talked about that there's a new highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto version coming out.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 is the newest one coming out. I think I'm trying to find the date that it's getting.
It looks like maybe September or October.
But
that was
November. When?
It says November.
And
the trailer is coming out in May.
The trailer came out. Or it's coming out
next month. All right, so call us up now. Help us fill in the blanks.
You really got to be into this stuff to find this information.
All right, help us fill in. Help us fill in the Grand Theft Auto knowledge holes right now.
Okay.
People are planning now to take off a week from work?
Well, if you get 2 weeks vacation and you got to put your time in, Grand Theft Auto 6 sets a release date window for sometime
window?
Yes. For sometime in the fall of 2025.
All right. Do we have any Grand Theft maniacs that are listening now? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. But this dude is telling me he's got friends that are going to take off a whole week from work. This is April 15th, and this is not coming out till the fall, and people are already planning to take a week off?
Unless they know what week to take off. I mean, how do you put in for time now? Boss, I don't need the third week of October.
Well, listen, they must, I guess, have some type of a plan to say, hey, was it Rockstar game? What's the name of it?
I think Rockstar is the manufacturer of it.
So they must have some plan to announce when the damn game is launching.
Yeah, closer to the actual release date. But they don't have plans now. I guess I don't know if it's still in development or there's manufacturing issues. Who knows?
And this is long anticipated. Hasn't it been years since the last version of Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle, remember that little portable device that someone gave me, and I had Grand Theft Auto on? I had Grand Theft Auto 1 on some little gaming device.
Yeah.
And what was the name of that device?
I don't even know.
Yeah, and
it was almost like a Nintendo little handheld thing.
Like a little DS or something.
Yeah.
You know what? It was like a Nintendo DS, and it had one of the early Grand Theft Autos on it. And and we've talked about this. I get so bored with video games. I know that gaming is huge. Hey, Julian, our son, he loves to game when he has time.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, he knows how to balance his time, and he knows when he can game, when he can't game. So he's not shirking his other responsibilities like school to play these video games.
He's not going to take a week off of school to play the new GTA.
No, he's not. But here's the deal. I get so bored with video games. I mean, do I marvel at the graphics and, oh, my God, that's so cool.
Julian's just texting. He said it's PSP. Was that PlayStation?
Oh, the PS.
Something?
That's right. The PlayStation Portable. That's right.
Yeah.
And somehow we were given one, some promotional item. No, but I just get bored with video games. I can play for 10 or 15 minutes, and that's it. And I never want to do it again. I haven't touched a video game in years.
They should really conduct an analysis on your brain.
Oh, you stop it. Cut the crap.
I mean, you're sort of in the minority over there.
No, I'm not. All right, 7:19 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, the backlash over Katy Perry and the whole rocket launch yesterday with Gayle King and Jeff Bezos' fiance. Oh, and we missed it. My God, the Jeff Bezos laugh out loud thing that happened. Do you even know what happened, Fester, to Jeff Bezos?
No, what happened to Jeff?
Oh my! So you don't know about this? Oh, I hate to laugh at other people's. Well, listen, we shouldn't feel sorry for Jeff Bezos.
Don't say misfortune, because that's not the case.
Something happened to Bezos yesterday, and it's like, oh my God! All right, that's coming up next, and that's just scratching the surface of what's on the way. An hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ begins next here on Q105, 104.7 FM, but we'll lead it off with what the hell happened to Jeff Bezos yesterday. This is unfreaking believable. The worst possible time. And it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, my friend. And your chance at $1,000 happens in just over half an hour. 8 o'clock this morning, so what, 33 minutes away. 7:27 at the MJ Morning Show. Here we go. An hour, 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starts right now. How embarrassing was this? You know, we didn't see this. We were doing play-by-play. I mean, with the whole space launch thing, which happened at 9:30 yesterday, and it did go off without a hitch. It went up, it came down, it landed safely, etc., blah, blah, blah. Katy Perry didn't die in space. You know, Oprah's bestie is still breathing, Gayle King. Lauren Sanchez, the fiance and bride-to-be of Jeff Bezos. Everyone's okay. And the other three women who I have no idea who the hell they are. They're everyone's just fine.
The other three ladies are actually much more important to humankind.
You know what? To be quite honest, I think you're right.
You know,
All right, but I don't know who they are. All right, but listen to this. The most embarrassing freaking thing happened. Now, we didn't see this with the live stream. When we were watching this, for whatever reason, I didn't see this happen. However, after the fact, with other cameras, other angles that I guess came to light later on in the day yesterday, Jeff Bezos, I believe he's currently the second richest guy in the world. So Elon Musk is the richest and Bezos is the second richest guy. Fester, you don't know what I'm about to say, right?
No, what Jeffy do?
What is among the most, so the craft lands.
Yes.
The pod, the capsule containing the 6 female space tourists, all right?
I mean, I don't feel right calling them astronauts.
They're not. I mean,
this.
come on. They're not astronauts. Give me a break. This is a glorified, ultra-rich carnival ride. I mean, to be quite honest, all right? So the capsule goes up. The capsule comes down. The parachutes deploy. The thing lands. It puts up a big puff of dust. The dust clears. What is the most embarrassing thing that can happen to Jeff Bezos?
His pants fall down.
Well, that's pretty close. That's actually very funny as well, Michelle.
Was his pants unzipped?
No. All right, here's the deal.
Was he like, you know, just exposed?
Jeff Bezos, no, his thing didn't fall out. All right, so Jeff Bezos is running toward the pod, the capsule, running, you know, I guess coming from the side. It looks like he came from the right, and he's coming to the front of the capsule.
I kind of remember watching that part because we saw it from the helicopter view.
But we didn't see this when I don't think the angle that we had or whatever they were showing originally. I don't think they showed this. But video later showed this crystal clear. Jeff Bezos is running to the pod, the capsule, trips and face plants. I mean, bam. Second richest guy in the world, guess what? Trips on a rock, trips over his feet, and he goes down. And I'm talking, it wasn't like he went down and like braced himself. I mean, it looks like his big bald head, clobbered the ground.
What do you think his money's going to keep him from falling? Just because he's number 2?
You'd think he'd have some kind of anti-gravity device
Really?
that would prevent him from falling down.
Come on.
He's
a human.
It's in the R&D stage right now. But listen, it landed in some pretty, it was like the Texas plain.
Yeah.
It's rocks and
kind of deserty looking. Yeah.
He probably slipped. It's all like kind of pebbly and
he tripped over something. But talk about embarrassing. The dude did an absolute, face plant. He must have his face must be marred. He must have some type of visible injury from.
I don't know. We saw him hug Lauren right after, and I'm pretty sure he turned around. We didn't really see anything.
Fester, you have the video? Fester's bringing up the video here just so we can see this thing. It is. I'm not exaggerating. He just does a serious face plant. All right, then. Couple of things here. Katy, you know what's happened here with Katy Perry's launch into space with the others? This has also opened up the criticism about the lawsuit that she's involved with the 80-something-year-old veteran.
Yeah, she's been involved in that for a while.
Yeah. Do you know much about this?
What is she doing?
I think they signed the contract, and he now claims, I believe what I read was he was maybe not well or quite right in his mind when he signed. So now he's trying to renege on the sale, and she's like, no.
Fester, do you not know about this?
No, what is she
doing?
doing?
Oh, yeah. So the whole Katy Perry and space deal has opened up the wound, and it's just exposed the whole story that Katy Perry is being slammed by this disabled veteran and this disabled veteran's family because of a house that Katy Perry bought from him. He tried to back out of this. This is a complicated story. So here's what happened. Katy Perry is getting a whole lot of backlash from numerous people. Oh, did you see actress or actor Elizabeth Munn is calling...
Olivia Munn?
I'm sorry, what did I say?
The sister's Elizabeth.
Olivia. So actor Olivia Munn has called Katy Perry gluttonous. Space gluttony.
Yeah, okay. Right. I'm with Fester on this one.
Olivia.
But
her opinion matters to me so much.
Here's what happened. There's an 85-year-old veteran who apparently is bedridden, and he's involved in this legal battle with Katy Perry. He sold his $15 million mansion to Katy Perry back in 2020. There's a court date coming up in August because Katy Perry countersued the veteran for damages, even though she's been declared the legal owner of the home for a couple of years now, back in 2023. Katy Perry says she felt super connected to love after her trip to space. I can't help but wonder if her experience will make her more compassionate to the elderly disabled veterans like my father. That's according to Chart Westcott, who is Carl Westcott's son. I'm glad she made it back safe and look forward to having her testify in August and be held accountable for her actions against my family. So what happened?
Hold on. Stop. This Westcott guy, do you know what he did? You know how he made his fortune?
I do. He started 1-800-Flowers.
So you make it sound like, this disabled veteran, like he's living in like a convalescence home or something.
Well, he is bedridden now.
He's 85.
The guy.
He's 85.
The guy started 1-800-Flowers, right?
Okay. This guy is this guy a billionaire? I have no sympathy for this guy. He's getting into a legal pissing contest with Katy Perry.
And apparently engaged in 6 weeks or more of like very complex, negotiation with her.
Screw this
and then he
guy.
changed his mind. Now he wants out of the deal.
I'm a disabled veteran. You're the 1-800-Flowers guy. Okay? You're not living in the veterans home.
Let me give the rest of the story
You're
here.
Not stuck at the Baldomero Lopez Veterans Home in Land O'Lakes.
Days after he sold the home to Katy Perry back in 2020, he had a change of heart.
I have a change of heart.
Now, apparently, Carl has neurological problems.
Let me send you a bouquet.
And he's got Huntington's disease.
1-800-Flowers.
He attempted... Fester, stop.
I'm 85.
He attempted to get out of the sale, and he blamed his mental health.
I'm old.
He says that he was all frigged up on painkillers when he agreed to sell the house to Katy Perry.
How is that Katie's problem?
Right.
Well, that's what people are saying.
Yeah, listen, screw this guy.
So hold on, my lawyer wife is saying that.
Well, I mean, I'm reading an article actually in the American Military News,
Right.
and it says that the judge found that he could not prove anything other than he was of perfectly sound mind when he engaged in complex negotiations over several weeks with multiple parties to transact a lucrative sale of the property that netted him a substantial profit.
All right, so here's
what's the problem?
Here's the rest of the story. In November of 2023, a Los Angeles judge sided with Katy Perry, saying that she is the rightful owner of the 11 bathroom, 8-bedroom, $15 million home. But Katy Perry countersued Carl, saying that the veteran owes her millions in damages because she was unable to rent out the mansion during the feud.
Okay, listen, we've got to stop describing him like that. I think Fester's right. If this dude is like an inventor of some...
Yeah, thank you for your service, 1-800-FLOWER
He started 1-800-FLOWERS.
Right, but why do we keep referring to him as a poor, decrepit, like veteran person who served in, World War I? That's the improper characterization for him.
Buy and sell probably all of us 100 times over.
Yeah. He is a very astute businessman that she engaged in a transaction with, albeit late in his life. But that's when some people still do, sell their properties because they want to downsize.
How many contracts do you think the founder of 1-800-FLOWERS have signed in his life?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm calling 1-800-FLOWERS.
Let's see what they have to say.
Yeah. Hope there's a recording. Hey, Andrew, pick up line one. Tell me if there's a recording, then put it right back on hold.
These clickbait articles are using trick words to get people to have an opinion about something before they do the investigation.
1-800-FLOWERS is still ringing. I'm not picking up. Anyway, so
I had to fire the phone answerer.
But Katy Perry in space. This has rekindled the whole deal. And Katy Perry has a court date with this guy in August.
Good. Wheel him in. Wheel him in, Sarge.
Did you see? You see that Katy Perry, the phone's still ringing? I must have misdialed 1-800-FLOWERS. All right. So now he's got a recording.
All right.
So did you see Katy Perry? When she got out of the space capsule yesterday, she held up a daisy.
Yeah. That's her daughter's name.
Her daughter's name is Daisy. So brought a daisy into space, and then Katy Perry kissed the ground, and then Gayle King kissed the ground. I mean, we're not talking about pavement. They were kissing freaking dirt. What's the matter with them? Are they? I mean, you went up on a glorified carnival ride. You weren't, up in space, lost for 8 months. I mean, you were up for 11 minutes.
I think I'd rather kiss the dirt than the pavement.
The two people who were stuck at this, was it the space station?
Yeah, for like 8-9 months. Yeah, those guys.
Their reaction wasn't that dramatic when they got back. And they were up there for like a year. Okay,
and they were only going to be there for like a week.
Yeah, they were stuck up there for a long time.
Just announced, Katy Perry is coming out with a new version of I Kissed the Ground when I landed from the carnival ride. I kissed the ground. I liked it. Oh, she kissed the ground and she liked it.
Oh, my
Nothing
God.
like having dirt and pebbles in your mouth.
Listen.
Yes.
Katy Perry.
Yes.
She fell to her knees when she hits the ground. It's kind of hot. Anyway.
What?
She held up a daisy.
What did you just say?
Yeah. If you heard it, you heard it. She held up a daisy when they landed. What is a daisy?
1-800-FLOWERS.
That's right. That's where she got it from.
She got the...
Westcott provided it.
That's why I was trying to call 1-800-FLOWERS.
Trying to order a bouquet of daisies.
I was going to try to return the daisy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel any sympathy for this old guy who...
No, but
he doesn't have a lawyer, or he doesn't have a real estate attorney in a $15 million transaction.
But there's a whole lot of backlash that, like I said, Olivia...
By who? By trolls?
Yeah, just because Olivia Munn doesn't like her?
Hang on a minute. It's more... Olivia Munn's calling it gluttonous.
Okay.
Then you have...
Do some research.
Then you have the model, Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah.
She's...
jealous.
She's saying that they're destroying the planet. You know.
Okay. I mean,
destroying the planet.
All right, but listen, the bottom line is that they're not astronauts.
no. I will tell you. So I was reading the comments yesterday as we were signing off, and I was watching it online. So a couple of the comments were, "Now we know that fillers and implants survive going into space."
And that's something I'd asked. I asked what was going to happen to Lauren Sanchez's plastic surgery and all of her implants, her boob job, all of the filler and collagen. What was going to happen? And apparently, it all remained in place. It didn't float off.
That's called science. That's research.
There you go. And someone did point that out, that every time we do launch something up, we do get some type of scientific, measurements and advancement from that. Like, what can you learn? And then someone else suggested that maybe Lauren and Jeff Bezos should actually just get married in space.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they should stay in space.
But here's the deal. So Gayle King and Katy Perry, and they were talking about how this was helping planet Earth. How does going up on an ultra-rich, essentially a carnival ride, how does that launch, how does that help humanity and the Earth?
Well, I think that's what I just said is that some people, I just saw this posted and maybe a couple of articles that I didn't delve into.
Science!
That every time we do launch something, there is some scientific, knowledge that we learn, that we gain.
Okay.
Right? So now we know.
The thing's been up on a dozen missions or so.
Okay.
What did they learn? Okay, it didn't blow up this time either.
Well, there you go.
Is that it? Oh, here we go. Listen, I'm all for. I'm a very scientific-minded individual. I love advancements in technology, but I mean, let's be honest. That is a glorified carnival ride.
Okay, let me just remind you.
For the very, very rich.
He is the number 2 richest man in the world, and he can spend his money however he wants, right?
Yes, he can, absolutely.
And so if this is what he chose to do, is provide a carnival ride for how many, 6, 7, whatever girls going up and having a good time, more power to him.
And then, I got to move on here, but then there's a whole page of merch. You could buy all kinds of merch for the Katy Perry, Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, and the 3 other unnamed ladies.
I ordered you the Katy Perry patch.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to put it on a hat for you.
Oh, my God. Awesome. I mean, they're selling T-shirts and hoodies and hats, and oh, my God.
Can I buy it on Amazon?
You know what else they're selling?
What?
They're selling a little model of the rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been selling those for a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a little button on the bottom that makes some...
7:43 at the MJ Morning Show. I've got an alert for Fester. You croc-wearing fool.
I got Crocs on right now.
You see the guy that drove through a come-and-go convenience store because he says his Crocs got him all jammed up on the gas pedal?
You got to be careful when you're driving with Crocs.
Really?
By the way, they're in the process of renaming all the come and go. It's maybe the most awful name for a convenience store.
No way. That's the best.
KUM and go. I always got a kick. When we were out in Colorado, we passed by a whole bunch of come and goes.
Did you? You really thought that was funny?
Yeah.
What are you, 12?
No, I'm just saying it's a terrible name. Come and go.
Not for some businesses, but
You coming and going quickly.
Some of those places on Kennedy.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of industries that could utilize that name really well. But for
some of those Asian massage parlors on Kennedy. All right. Listen to this. A Missouri man fled the scene after crashing his truck into a come and go, claimed his Crocs got caught in the pedal, causing him to accelerate into the business. Cops say security footage recorded Dale Hammett, 60 years old, slamming his 2012 Dodge Ram. That's right. His Dodge rammed right into the come and go. Last week, he admitted he backed up, left the scene without providing any information. Damages of about $4,000 as he smashed out a set of windows. In the immediate aftermath of the crash, Hammett twice returned to the store driving the same truck, entered the business where he spoke to an employee and never claimed that he was the driver.
What happened here?
Did he go back to try to see if they would finger him as the come and go window smasher? And he claimed when he was questioned at his home, he confessed to police stating that he was driving with his Crocs and they got caught in the pedal and it caused him to accelerate into the building. And then he said he freaked out and fled the come and go.
He just came and went.
Yeah, according to the April 10th criminal summons, Hammett have been charged with leaving the scene of an accident. Property damage exceeded $1,000. That's a felony. Scheduled for a circuit court hearing on May 14th. Yeah, faces between 1 and 4 years in custody, as well as a maximum fine of $10,000.
What color Crocs do
you know what?
on?
It's very funny you asked that, because court records do not include a further description of Hammett's footwear or whether the Crocs in question were outfitted with any of those horrendous charms.
Called gibbets.
Do you have gibbets in your Crocs?
Yes.
I like how Fester's coordinated his color of Crocs with his shirt.
I've got giblets in my Thanksgiving gravy.
These are gibbets.
Oh, look at that.
These are gibbets that I have on this Croc.
What is the matter with you?
The color coordination is just by chance. It's not deliberate.
Uh-huh.
But what happens is my son has a ton of them, and when they fall out, we find them around the house. They now put them in my Crocs.
All right. So, Fester, you were about to say you got to be careful in wearing Crocs while driving.
Sometimes they don't slide or have the same feel as shoes, obviously. So sometimes if you're on a surface that doesn't have any give to it, you might jam something.
What is recession hair? Oh, this is a thing.
Oh, I have an idea.
Recession. Do you know what recession hair is? I want to know if Michelle knows what recession hair is. But first, the reviews are great. People want Michelle to stay, but Michelle says that her time on the MJ Morning Show is just temporary. We are still in the hunt for a permanent replacement.
Tomorrow's my last day. I'm putting in my one-day notice.
Actually, you will be off what, Thursday and Friday?
Yes.
So you're on another mission with Chloe to visit law schools?
Yes.
Are you going to Tulsa?
No. Why would they go to Tulsa?
I mean, I just can't believe you guys haven't really given any consideration to Oral Roberts.
Does Oral Roberts have a law school?
Yeah, it has a school of law.
Does it?
What's the name of it?
Jimmy Swaggart School of Law. I don't know if that's true.
All right. 7:49 at the MJ Morning Show. 11 minutes away from the Cash Kitty. So 8 o'clock, 11 minutes from right now. At 8 o'clock, we'll give you the new Cash Kitty word. We'll give you the number to text it to, and you could be the next $1,000 winner. And, folks, you ought to do this. Listen to Q105 all day. 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3, and then 5 p.m. We'll give you the special word. You text it. It takes you 5 seconds, and you could win $1,000 with the Cash Kitty. And the next chance is about 10 minutes away. All right. Recession hair. Now, Fester, you say that you have an idea of what recession hair might be.
As
Michelle,
soon as you said it, something came to mind that was called something different a little while ago.
Michelle, do you have any idea what recession hair is?
Of course I do.
What is recession hair?
Where you try to extend the time period between going to the salon for whatever it may be because we are in a recession or you might be in a recession.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's 100% correct.
Well, I mean, I thought of like COVID hair.
Yeah.
Remember, like, people came out.
That's different. COVID hair is because people were,
they were going full gray. You wouldn't see them for like 3 months. They'd come out and be like,
because people weren't like mingling with folks. People were like
no, they
sheltered, and or they couldn't go to they couldn't go to the salon. The salon was closed or whatever the deal. That's different. Recession hair is exactly what Michelle just said.
I didn't have to have COVID hair because my guy gave me kits. I could do it myself.
Oh, yeah. Michelle was doing her own hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
working on the roots.
Fester, are you going through recession hair situation right now?
No, I mean, my hair. The only hair recession I have is on the top of my head. But my hair on my back is full pelt. Full pelt.
God, that's unbelievable. I mean, how does that happen? How are you bald on top and you've got like full shag on your back and shoulders?
You know what's crazier? I actually get hairier.
It's like when you take your shirt off, it's almost like you're wearing a gorilla suit.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Like I get hairier as you go down.
All right, you know what? Just stop right there. Just stop.
I mean, that's
so
caveman.
What
the hell is that?
They ought to book you for the next Geico caveman resurgence commercial.
I wouldn't even need a costume. I just walk out.
Yeah, that's it. So more women are stretching the amount of time that they go to the salon, and that's called recession hair. And that is a somewhat indicator that economically some of the experts think we're in a recession right now and that the tariffs are, going to speed that up a little bit. But, technically we're not officially, or it hasn't been, officially determined that we're in a recession, and that's 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth as defined. But people are saying that, and hairdressers, I get right now, what, 7:52. I got to believe we got hairdressers that are on their way to work. Are you a hairdresser? Are you a stylist? Do you see a reduction in appointments? Are there fewer customers coming in normal intervals? So if you're a salon employee, if you're a hairstylist, if you're a beautician, call us right now. Agree or disagree regarding recession hair, because we're seeing stories that, according to salons, women are now extending the length of time between appointments. That's known as recession hair, and that's an indication in the state of the economy. Yes or no? Recession hair. 800-990-1047. Are you a stylist? Let's go. Fire up the phones. Let us know what's going on in your salon. 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. Tanya is in Largo. Tanya, MJ Morning Show, welcome.
Yes or no? Recession. 800.
Oh, gee. Tanya, turn your radio down.
Shut it off.
Oh, sorry.
Tanya, turn
Sorry.
the Hey, I got to ask. This call might be monitored for quality control or recorded. Did Andrew, our phone screener, did he tell you to turn your radio down?
Yes.
Okay.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You just did.
Oh, he didn't.
Tanya's a big flip-flopper.
All right.
Listen, if she had her radio down while she was dialing, she probably turned it back up.
All right, and please hold the line for a quick 3-question survey after the call. All right.
I always hang up on
I
those.
do too. All right, Tanya, I always agree to the survey
me too.
because you think that maybe you'll get answered faster.
Right.
But then I always hang up.
You're a jerk. I always do them.
All right, Tanya, what do you know about recession hair?
So it's real. I try to do this my whole life. Like, I am a single mom, so I pay a large amount of money in the beginning. So my hair 3 months later still looks like it's done.
Oh, so you're a customer.
I am a customer to the recession hair, yes.
But you've always done this. You've always kind of lived by this rule.
Yes.
How long
So
do you go?
I don't. Right now, I'm working on 4 months, and you can't tell that my roots are coming in because I pay more money in the beginning, so my salon person will match my roots. So when it grows out, you can't really see it.
When is your next hair appointment, Tanya?
I don't know when I need it.
When's the last time you went to the salon?
About 4 months ago.
Wow.
You might be about
Yeah.
due.
Listen, I think Michelle has a freaking appointment today.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, you pay more up front, so the salon person will match your roots. I like the ombre look. I like the balayage, so it fades down into a blonde.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Sounds very attractive.
It's really nice. I mean, and it's nice not to have that strong line where your roots are, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta go.
Tanya, thank you. I wish you the best. All right, we have a stylist now, and then I got to poke Michelle and see if she does have an appointment today. Because I tell you what, there's no recession here in my house. Jenna in Riverview. Jenna, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, MJ. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. First-time caller. Love your show. Listen to you guys every morning.
Thank you so much, Jenna. Are you a stylist?
I am. I work at Fantastic Sam's in Cessna, and my husband's actually a hairstylist, too, and he works at the Fantastic Sam's in Riverview, and we're always busy.
That is
Always.
fantastic.
Constantly busy.
So you're not seeing recession here right now?
No, we're not. We have a steady flow every single day. I'm on my way right now, stuck in traffic.
All right, let me ask you a question, though. But let me ask you a question, Jenna. So, Fantastic Sam's, great clips. They're more.
How much is a cut?
Hold on a minute. They're more, I think, budget conscious locations. I'm wondering if it's the higher end salons where. How much is Festa's got a good question. How much is a regular haircut at your Fantastic Sam's?
25.
All right.
So hold on. If somebody came in and wanted a cut and a color and whatever the hell you guys do with hair, what's like your biggest ticket?
My biggest ticket?
Yeah.
We do bundle packages, and our biggest one for color, full highlight, a cut and style starts at $175.
Okay. So if $175, and I personally think that's an enormous amount of money to pay for hair, but if you went to another person, it might be $475, MJ.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Michelle, do you have a haircut appointment today? Oh, Michelle is giving Fester the death stare.
What, because I outed
Michelle,
your price?
Why are you giving Fester the death stare? Michelle, don't go silent on us.
Okay, hold on.
First of all, that's not my price.
Meech, I'll tell you right now. If you're paying $475 for that, you need to go to Fantastic Sam's.
I'm not paying $475.
If you're paying $4.25, you need to go to Fantastic Sam's. You need to go visit Jenna.
I know what the debit is going to be because Michelle's hair guy is it Zelle that you use?
You go to a guy named Zelle?
No. She uses the Zelle payment thing.
My God,
so I see as soon as Michelle initiates the Zelle every month, I see the money. I get the notification on my phone. Yes.
How much is the hair? I mean, Michelle, how much is the hair? I would think you go to probably a place not named Fantastic Sam's.
Correct.
It's $350.
That's including a tip.
So I'm going to see. Are you going today, right?
I am.
So is it like $300 and you give him a $50 tip?
Correct.
Okay.
What do you get for $350?
Hosed.
The best color. I like my color. Sorry.
All right, but now let's talk about recession stuff. And Michelle, if you were accustomed to $350 hair dues, is that what they're called? Still called hair dues?
A hairdo.
Whatever. So
hair coloring.
You can essentially get 2 hairdos from Jenna for $175.
Correct.
So that's the So I'm thinking with the recession, Michelle should make an appointment at the Fantastic Sam's
to go see Jenna.
Yeah,
exactly, and get the bundle deal.
The bundle package.
Right. Jenna, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And I've been doing hair for 25 years too.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate you listening. Thank you. Stuck in traffic where, Jenna?
Boyette and 301.
Yeah, that's a rough spot this time of the day. Thank you, Jenna.
They should have built the roads before they built all those houses.
Yeah, one more call on this, Andrew. Thank everybody, because I got to move on. Cash Kitty's coming up in like less than a minute. Julie in Clearwater. Julie, recession hair, real or fake?
Hey, MJ.
Hey.
Fake.
Are you at a higher end salon or are you at one of the more budget conscious salons?
I have a salon and I have girls that rent from me, and everybody charges different.
All right. And you're saying that you have not seen a reduction in people coming in regular intervals?
Not seen any reduction at all.
All right.
And everybody charges different. So, we have some lower end and some higher end.
Because USA Today has the story. More women are stretching salon budget with recession hair. What is it? And again, it's the time that women go between appointments that when we're in a recession or there are economic issues that women stretch the amount of time and don't go, the normal time period. So, all right, Julie, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
We heard from a bunch of people that there is listen, I go to Great Clips. I go to see over at Great Clips. I'm getting $20 haircuts.
Are you going to stretch out your time in between haircuts?
Yeah,
I can't even think about it.
I'll go to 4 months instead of every 2 months or whatever.
You're about due for a haircut, by the way.
I got one just before I went to the Philippines.
That's already a month ago.
Actually, it's over a month ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. I'm due pretty soon. All right. 8:01 at the MJ Morning Show. Time for the Cash Kitty. Here it is. How'd you like to win $1,000 right now? $1,000. The word is fee. F-E-E. Text the word fee right now, nationwide, to 45911. So go to your text, open this thing. Folks, this takes 5 seconds. Go to your texting, type in 45911, and text the word fee, F-E-E, right now, and you can win $1,000 with the Cash Kitty. You can also enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. Good luck with our national contest right now. The word is fee. Let me use it in a sentence. I get very, very aggravated when I see BS fee.
It's terrible.
All right. Fees. It really needs to be, but the word is fee. F-E-E. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, speaking of recessions and speaking of the economy, tell me what you think about this. This woman, her name is YT, and this popped up in my Instagram feed. I'm scrolling. Yes, Michelle, I get good material scrolling. I know that, I bust on people, and we've talked about the so-called doom scrolling. You just can't get sucked in and end up on your stupid phone doom scrolling for like an hour at a time. But I'll tell you what, I'll scroll, numerous times a day for, a couple of minutes here and there. And I do get some good material from scrolling like this. And this woman, YT, says that she was at Walmart. Listen to this. Tell me if this is nervy. YT says she's at Walmart, and her cart at Walmart is pretty packed. A guy comes up to her in Walmart while she's pushing her cart through Walmart. The guy looks in her cart and is staring her cart up and down, looking at her cart, like surveying all the items in her cart, which she admits was pretty full. And the guy says, must be nice. She was cart shamed.
Ooh.
She was. That's a new term. I'm going to coin that. She was cart shamed.
In Walmart.
In freaking Walmart. And the guy's like, oh, must be nice. Oh, you've got money. Your cart is full.
Okay, how does he know even like how often she goes? I mean, what if this is her once a month visit or on her payday visit?
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, what if she's not there regularly? This is her big.
Yeah.
Andrew was talking to my ear.
I've been to grocery stores and I've been to Walmart before where I've seen families there with
Right.
2 carts full of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the trip for the month, or they have a lot of mouths to feed.
When I was younger, my father was military. He got paid on the 1st and the 15th. Guess when we went to the commissary? On the 2nd and the 16th.
There you go.
And it was packed, and everybody's shopping cart was full. I think that's just so unnecessary. Why even make a comment? What's it to you, buddy?
Yeah, I think it's like mind your own freaking business.
That's the
Why
answer.
don't you butt out of my cart?
Right.
What's it to you, buddy?
Yeah.
And maybe she's shopping for like a charity or a philanthropic organization that needs some of those. She's going to donate some of it. Is it school goods? Is it what is it?
Must be nice.
Your
kids go to school.
Yeah.
There's another term though. You ever hear of pocket watching? Do you know what pocket watching is? This
No.
We just said, what'd I say?
Cart shaming?
Cart shaming. So I think I just coined the term cart shaming, but there's something called, on a broader scale, not just in this case, but something called pocket shaming. Do you know what, I'm sorry,
Pocket
watching. Do you know what pocket watching is?
Never heard it.
Is that when you try to guess how much the person in front of you's in line is going to be?
No.
I do that all the time. It's like I watch a person ring out in front of me.
Oh, it's like you're on the checkout game at The Price is Right?
Yeah, it's just like that.
Oh, my God.
I was at Publix the other day, right? And the guy bought a lot of vegetables and fresh greens, and I have no idea what any of that crap costs. So I'm like trying to ring it up in my head, and before they give the total, because the Publix clerk always announces the total.
all the good healthy food, you have no idea what it costs.
So it's really
but
fair.
If he had like Oreos
I know
and
it's on-
Tostitos
I know it's on sale.
and Cheetos
Yeah, I would have known all that stuff.
and like cheese stuffed sausages.
Wait, so how accurate were you, Foster?
So I looked at everything this guy rang up, and I'm like,
$42.37.
just like that, right? Yeah. And it was like, $86. I was way off. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Did the buzzer go off? And did it go? Oh.
And then did you get a little shove?
And then you get the Bob Barker shove, and we'll have more pricing games coming up next.
I can't believe I've never told you about this game, MJ. This game's right up your alley. When you're in the checkout line, look at all the crap the person in front of you is buying, and just guess.
Guess the total.
Yeah, guess the total.
Is Janice on the cash register?
Yeah, just get beep.
Just
Oh my
pushing
gosh.
Yeah. All right.
Do they still do the checkout game on The Price is Right, or did they retire that one? With the old, metal NCR cash register. Remember that with the remember that game?
You know, I'd be lying if I told you I've watched 2 episodes of The Price is Right in the last 3 years.
You know what? I'm just not into Drew Carey. You know,
Yeah.
I'd rather go to like Freevee or you know, they have the old Bob Barker episodes
They have
that
the
run.
channel.
Yeah, they have the. Is it Freevee?
Something like that.
Yeah, they've got like the Bob Barker era Price is Right channel. We can watch Price is Right episodes from like the 70s and 80s.
So what's pocket watching?
So thank you for getting me back on track.
That's what I do around here.
Pocket watching is a term where people monitor other folks' spending habits.
That's what I'm saying.
And the behavior, it's usually from like a jealousy or envy angle.
Okay, so that's exactly what we just experienced with Olivia Munn and Ratachakowski model
No,
lady
it's
complaining
not.
about the going up in space.
That's
They're
different.
they're monitoring how Jeff Bezos is spending his money.
They're ruining
and then
the
they're
environment.
right, and then they're
Oh.
complaining about it. Whose business is it how you spend your money? I can't stand that. I couldn't care less how the person next to me is spending their money. Go right ahead. More power to you. Or
Yeah.
save it and donate it. Whatever you want to do.
I know a guy who spends all of his money on booze and hookers.
Ooh.
All of it.
Get it.
And
I'm
are
not
you judgmental?
I'm not pocket watching that
No,
guy.
you don't.
Right.
I'm fully supportive of Jeff
Yeah.
and his activities.
Hey, my picture with Tony Dungy at West Shore Plaza on Sunday has over 1,000 likes at this point.
Yeah, because he's famous.
Holy crap, man. People love this picture. 1,041 likes if you missed this. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Tony Dungy and MJ were the only customers in West Shore Plaza on Sunday.
Yeah, the whole place to yourself.
I'm kidding. Folks, West Shore Plaza's open. Remember when we were standing in line at the Hello Kitty?
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually pretty funny, and they were very, very nice. So they had the Hello Kitty truck
Hello Kitty Cafe.
inside West Shore Plaza. I mean, they literally drove it in. It was like in the center of the mall. And the line was huge. And I shot a video. This is a couple of months ago. This is back in what? This is February, I think? I think it was like
Sounds about right.
A while ago, yeah.
early to mid-February. And Michelle and Chloe were in line. The Hello Kitty Cafe truck line, which tours the country with like exclusive Hello Kitty items. And the line was massive. So I go to the end of the line. I'm doing this walk and talk video for my Instagram feed. And I'm making like obnoxious comments like, hey, West Shore Plaza hasn't seen this many people since the grand opening 20-something years ago, 30 years or whatever it was, you know? And I mean, there were a lot of people there. And the mall management, they were off to the side and they recognized me. And you can hear them like pointing at me and they're talking to some of the coworkers. Hey, that's MJ.
They're probably like, let's kick this guy out.
No. They were very, very nice. And they said, hey, thanks for reminding people that we're open. No, seriously, because the news came out that West Shore Plaza was being demolished for this brand new project. And I told you a year ago that it wasn't happening anytime soon. In fact, the financing for that deal fell through. So they're not redoing the mall. They're not making the new huge town center over there anytime soon. And in fact, the property in the last couple of months has been listed for sale. The current management group, they want to sell it and walk away. And it's primo land. But man, if they really develop that into like a monster mixed use area with 3,000 apartments and all kinds of retail and everything, can you imagine what traffic is going to be? Traffic is already insane at West Shore and Kennedy right now. How about the people, afternoon rush hour, heading north on West Shore, trying to make a left turn onto Kennedy toward the veterans? Holy crap, it's ridiculous. You put a major project, they got to fix the traffic issue first.
Hey, it's not my fault.
Right.
City planners had no
So-
vision
Yeah.
for this town.
They don't care.
Anyway, if you didn't see Tony Dungy and me in this photo, it's great. So I see Tony Dungy in the mall on Sunday. I'm like, hey, coach. And I say, hey, it's MJ. And he's like, hey, MJ. And he knows, he even commented. I said, man, it's great seeing such a famous dude like you walking around West Shore. He said, me famous? And then he says, you're the guy with the daily radio morning show. So, Dungy knew exactly who I was. And we've had him on the show over the years. He's a genuinely nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a There's a picture of Tony Dungy and me.
Yeah.
I even had a shopper that was walking by. Instead of doing like the cranked arm selfie, I asked a woman passing by, "Hey, can you snap a picture?"
Hey, you strange woman, can you take a picture of me?
That's exactly what I did. Can you take a picture?
Did she know who you or the coach was?
I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't think she knew that I was the legendary MJ and that he was the legend.
Wait, she didn't recognize Coach Dungy?
I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
This picture perfectly encapsulates two of the top 1,000th famous people in Tampa Bay.
All right, so
Coach Dungy is probably number 2 or 3, and MJ is probably number 800.
Yeah,
exactly.
Go look at the image. It's a great shot of Tony Dungy and me, West Shore Plaza, 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. It's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. That is Certified MJ Radio, if you want to take a look at the picture.
And you were saying, how authentic.
And like it. Yes.
He's a very genuine, just a super genuinely nice guy.
He is, yeah.
He's adopted, him and his wife have adopted like 7 or 8 children.
Oh, that's
wonderful.
He really does believe in like giving back.
See, you take a picture of the head football coach of Plant High School, you don't get 1,000 likes. Coach
Tony Dungy is not going to walk through Walmart cart shaming people.
No, he's not.
No,
he's going to be the one with the full cart.
No, he's not.
Not out loud.
All right, hold on. Andrew says that he's seen Tony Dungy at Walmart. Hold on, Andrew, turn on your microphone.
Yeah.
Andrew, tell us the story.
I turned the corner. There he was. There's not much of a story.
When, where, which Walmart?
This was up in Carrollwood.
And how long ago?
Couple of months.
That's a good story.
What was Tony Dungy buying at Walmart?
I did not see what he was purchasing.
You didn't look at, did he have a shopping cart?
I wasn't cart shaming.
Was he pushing a shopping cart?
No.
Because I would take a picture of what's in.
No.
You see cart shaming?
You know what?
Look at
No,
full circle here.
you see somebody famous, you got to take a picture of what's in their cart.
No. Andrew?
I've run into people while shopping, and people give me a little up down to see what's in my cart.
See what meds you're buying.
No.
Yeah, I think Andrew should take a picture. Andrew, if you run into him again in the Walmart,
MJ,
I want you to take a picture.
Hey, MJ, why do you have diarrhea medicine in your shopping cart?
Dude, you don't get it, man. People give you the up down for a completely different reason.
Oh, jeez.
They are surprised at how short you are in person.
Oh,
They're like, oh my God, that's him. Look at him up and down. Oh my God.
Stop it. Hey, are you ready for the latest Tampa Bay gone crazy story? Woman out in Polk County sees her estranged husband walking with another woman. So what does she do? Runs her over with her car.
All right.
Man, this is Polk County at its best right here. Yeah, a woman who happened to be on probation ran the other woman over with her car after she saw that she was walking with her estranged husband, according to Grady Judd's office. The Polk County Sheriff's Office says the victim and her boyfriend, they were walking on Old Dixie Highway. This is out in Auburndale. And they saw 41-year-old Kristen Reese roll by them in a white Volkswagen Jetta. And it turns out that the woman's boyfriend is Reese's estranged husband. She drives by in the white Jetta, takes a Yui, comes back around.
Come on back.
She's speeding right toward them. By the way, that's a real Jetta sound right there. That's a 2012 Jetta right there.
A couple of aftermarket parts.
Comes speeding back. The victim began to run down a driveway, and Reese pursued her, striking her with a car. Reese then turned around in the driveway and then took off on Old Dixie Highway at a high rate of speed. Up there she is again in the Jetta. So the girlfriend of the estranged husband, she was rushed to the hospital. She's got 2 spinal fractures. Expected to recover.
Okay, that's good.
But Reese, the maniac in the Jetta, you ever notice that Jetta drivers are absolute maniacs? Hell on wheels. She was arrested and faces attempted first-degree murder charges.
So my question is...
Also hit with trespassing and also running over the girlfriend. That's a violation of her current probation as well.
So I have a couple questions here. You know how when you're with a loved one and a car's chasing you down, right? How much do you love that person? Like, do you jump in front? Do you push the person, out of the way?
Right.
This guy didn't seem to do anything. I don't know. Or else the woman in the Jetta is very, capable of maneuvering.
I think they separated.
Exactly.
He went one way,
right.
she ran the other way,
Right.
and she went after her. I don't think it was her choice or his choice to not protect her.
And then does your relationship survive this, or are you like, you know what? I don't know. You got a little crazy magnet going on.
You know what it's like? It's like Carrie Fisher pursuing John Belushi and the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
With the rocket-launched grenades, with blowing up the seedy men's hotel.
I think I'd be about done with this relationship.
Okay.
So you want to hear something crazy?
Yep.
Saturday.
Yes.
I'm at the barbecue competition.
Somebody tried to run you over in the parking lot because you won the grand championship?
Nothing like that.
Were they driving a white Jetta?
Nothing like that.
Yes.
I'm at the Rough Riders barbecue competition, right? My stuff's smoking. I'm just kind of relaxing.
Which, for those that don't know, Fester won the grand championship.
Yes. My phone goes off.
Right.
And it's a guy that I kind of know. I won't tell you his name, but his first name's Alex. And he's like, hey, bro. I'm like, hey, bro. And he's like, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what? He goes, you might talk about my sister this week on your radio show.
Oh.
And I'm like, why the hell would we talk about your sister this week on the radio show?
All right, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
She was just arrested by Grady Judd in Polk County for running over.
Oh, my! Are you kidding me?
The girlfriend
of
the guy.
Are you kidding me?
And I'm like, I said, are you kidding me? I said, are you kidding me? That's exactly what I said.
This lady's brother came up to you at the rib competition?
He called me on the phone. I know this guy. And he's like, and I know.
Oh, he called you.
He called. I know this guy loosely. And he's like, hey, just want to give you a heads up. You might be talking about my sister.
Guess what? He was right. We are talking about your sister.
She's bringing all kinds of notoriety to the family name. But this guy gave me a heads up.
Is he going to be angry at me if I say that your friend that called you, the guy probably is better looking than his sister?
You know what? Not by much, but yes, he is. I mean, the guy, Alex, is a very ugly man. But she needs to find the bridge she came out from under and go back.
She looks very unhappy. Apparently, she didn't get that memo on how to smile in your mugshot, so that it always looks, like you're happy.
She's having a bad day.
I've got to play some audio. I've got some audio to play. I saw this a couple of days ago, and it made me laugh out loud. It's very funny, very well done. Somebody took a Fox 13 report on the maniacal boater, Brock.
Yeah, Brock.
Captain Brock.
Horner? Horny?
Haney? Whatever his name.
Horner?
Horner, thank you.
Horner.
Yeah, Captain Brock Horner, the dude down in Punta Gorda that got into the fight with the 22-year-old fisherman and jumped in the guy's boat. This is very, very funny, as a matter of fact. So somebody took an actual Fox 13 report and they put in a fake eyewitness. They put in a
it's so good, Fester.
It's very funny. So they put in a fake witness who was allegedly on the boat, one of the passengers with Captain Brock as he goes ballistic. I'm the best charter captain in the world. I'm on the water 300 days a year. All right, so listen to this.
Bro, I'm a kid, bro, please.
The video of a Florida charter captain confronting a teenage angler has gone viral.
I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet.
One of the passengers on that boat is now breaking his silence.
It was crazy. I paid $300 to rip some zins and maybe catch some grouper. Instead, I'm on TikTok, and my pastor's pulling me aside saying, why didn't you step in? Like, bro, I'm 3 high noons deep.
The passenger was just feet away during the altercation, claiming the boat trip turned from peaceful to panic in seconds.
Next thing you know, Captain Florida Man's trying to WWE body slam a 19-year-old like it's a South Tampa Waffle House.
I'm 300 days a year on the water.
300 days on the water, and the other 65 in anger management. He said, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet. Yeah, in prison.
The confrontation then quickly escalated into a physical altercation.
If I wanted to watch grown men square up on minors, I'd hit up a Little League game in Pasco County. Or Chuck E. Cheese on $2 pitcher night.
Authorities are still reviewing the footage, but for this passenger, the memories are already burned in.
Didn't catch any snapper, but I did catch a subpoena and sun poisoning.
Regina Wilson, Fox 13 News.
Anyway, funny. So
Good report, Regina.
The eyewitness guy, it's all fake, and they cut him into, and it showed up in my Instagram feed while I was scrolling. I'm like, that's funny. I sent that to Paul Delgado. I'm like, Paul, you see this? He said, nope, first time. And he's like, I said, this is funny. And then he sent me back a 100% thing, the 100% logo, so that's funny. Oh, another piece of audio. I don't believe this for a minute, but listen, my job is to just make people aware of the crap that's floating around, like all that pollen in the air occasionally. So this guy claims that you need to be very, very careful and be alert because there are fake Indeed job interviews. The job site Indeed?
Yeah.
Right?
And you submit your application.
Yeah.
Why? Could they get all your information now?
No. Like kidnapping. All right, let me tell you right now. I don't believe this. I think this is internet content garbage. All right, listen.
I need everybody to listen to me.
Oh yeah, he needs everybody to listen to him.
I need everybody to listen to me. Listen up.
Yeah.
If you are in Florida and you've been job searching on Indeed, be careful. People are literally ending up missing by thinking they're going to interviews, and it turns out they're being, you know what. Please be careful, guys.
What?
Indeed jobs.
What does this guy say? People are going on job interviews and they're turning up what? Kidnapped or dead?
He's not saying any of that. He's just saying, you know what.
Yeah, but
no, I don't know what. What?
Careful on that website, guys. They're using the website to meet up with people, and then when you get there, it's no job. It's just a white van. And y'all know what I mean. I can't really be too, about it, but y'all know what I mean. Here in Florida, I need y'all to be safe because I care. I'm dead serious. Be safe out there, guys.
All right, I don't believe that for one freaking moment that you show up to a job interview and there's just a white van. He's implying that you're about to get stuffed into a white van and kidnapped and driven off, and you're just thinking you're showing up for, some, clerical job that they got a job opening on Indeed.
So I'm on worldstarhiphop.com.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever been to that site. I mean, I think I've
Dude,
been there a
of
couple
course.
of times.
We've talked about that site for years with occasional things. Absolutely.
Okay. They have a whole headline here that this is a trending thing on a particular social media platform run by the Chinese government, where people are going missing after job interviews set up through Indeed, according to multiple TikTokers.
Get out of here.
This explains my conversation with a good friend of ours the other day.
What's that?
We were discussing the getting our sons jobs kind of thing. And I was giving her the list that Julian's school had given him to go look for, jobs. And she said, well, aren't you worried about, are those real jobs posted on those websites? Like, what's going to happen to Julian if he shows up? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident that my son knows these jobs, whether it's a legitimate situation or not. And he's not going to, if he shows up somewhere and he sees just a white van, he's not getting out of anywhere. He's not getting out of the Uber or whatever. He's going to be keep on going.
Adult male, come in my van.
Wait. Is this job interview in the middle of some mall parking lot? I mean,
our friend was worried about sending her son on this.
Come to the corner of a gas station
right,
and look for the white van for your interview.
Right.
Come on. I don't believe this for 1 minute, but it is floating around. It is circulating. Just wanted to bring it up. All right. I don't want to disappoint Philip Dispenza Jr.
One of our more active listeners behind the scenes. Absolutely.
So Philip sent me a couple items, and I did tease these yesterday, and I just didn't get around to it. Number one, Philip said that he did go to the bankruptcy sale at Joann's Fabrics in North Fort Myers.
Wow, that's a hell of a way to.
He lives in Arcadia, right?
Does he? I don't know.
Didn't he call from Arcadia earlier?
I don't
So he drove from Arcadia to North Fort Myers. Anyway, he goes to one of the Joann's fabric stores that's going out of business because the company has declared bankruptcy and they're everything must be liquidated at Joann's Fabrics. They're selling the freaking shopping carts. He bought a Joann's Fabrics shopping cart for $20, and he sent me a picture of it. I'll hold it up to MJTV right there. Look at that.
That's a good-looking cart.
He bought a Joann's Fabric shopping cart, $20.
It's not the full-size shopping cart. So I think Joann's has some grocery stores have the little, like a basket on wheels type shopping cart.
But it's not quite like the kiddie carts. Like some supermarkets have the little bitty doll-sized carts for little kids to push around.
I mean, those are only appropriate for kids and dwarfs.
Right.
But what he bought is like the basket cart, which I think could be very practical in like a garage.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Bringing your own groceries in.
And then the other thing Phil wants to know is what happened with my taxes.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, listen, today is tax day. Today is April 15th for most, but in Florida, because of the hurricanes, we have been granted a 2-week reprieve. So we have until May 1st to file taxes. And also, apparently, if you do have tax due, like estimated quarterly or tax due, apparently that is also, I would absolutely confirm with your tax professional, but according to what we're reading from the IRS, that payments are also due on May 1st as well, where typically on April 15th, if you don't file your income taxes, you file an extension, you don't get an extension for money owed. You still have to pay the IRS what you owe them on April 15th, even though you're extending the filing of the actual return. But everything for Florida has been extended until May 1st. So Phil was asking me, what happened with your taxes? You teased it. You didn't get to it. Blah, blah, blah. He said you were going to go to a tax office to have someone check into getting your interest and fees reduced or removed. You last said your accountant told you to pay for now. Maybe you should give everyone an update on the show. Talk to you later.
That's right. We found that the office is not far from this studio.
Yeah, well, no, there's some kind of an IRS tax appeal office. All right, that is last resort. So I spoke to my accountant about this. The tax appeal office that's in our office park here in St. Pete at the old Koger Center, that's according to my accountant, that is the office of last resort where you've exhausted everything, and it's still an IRS office. It's still run by the IRS. So the deal is this, and this is a very traumatic day for me, folks. I mean, I've got really horrific traumatic memories of this day a year ago because I went to the Tampa, Maine post office. This is why I'm done with the U.S. Postal Service. I'm done. Done! So a year ago today, April 15th, before the show, I'm at Tampa, Maine, the airport post office at Tampa International Airport. I'm there at 4:48. 450. I'm there to mail my 2 tax payments. I had tax due on April 15th, and I had my April 15th quarterly estimated taxes. 2 different checks, 2 different priority mail envelopes. I got the envelopes right there at the little kiosk in the center. I then put my my form for the 1040 ES or whatever with my payment. 2 different envelopes, 2 different post office boxes in Charlotte, North Carolina. I used the machine. I printed out the postage. I have pictures of the labels. Listen to this. I even took a picture of myself in front of the wall receptacles at the airport post office, and I'm holding up the 2 packages and I'm sticking my tongue out. And it was sort of a, hey, IRS, I'm paying you my hard-earned money today on tax day. So I even took a picture of myself a year ago today, and it's still on my Instagram feed. So what happens? My 2 letters to the IRS with my checks. Never got delivered. In fact, it never got past the scan at Tampa International Airport. So remember, I tried to get a hold of the local postmaster, and then she then pawns me off to some PR person in town. Then I get a letter from some dude in St. Pete. We're sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then in this guy Brian's letter, he tried to insinuate that we have no proof that you actually properly place the letters in the mail receptacle. What am I, a freaking moron? There's a hole in the wall where I put the damn things in. And I said, check your freaking cameras. Check your surveillance video, and you'll see that I put the... Anyway, my 2 priority mail, large cardboard envelopes, red, white, and blue, priority mail, they disappeared. After I put them in the wall at Tampa, Maine post office, they disappeared. I started the trace. I finally got notified back in November that my packages have been determined to be irretrievably lost. So they closed my case. Where the hell are my 2 packages? So here's the deal. I had to wait for the IRS to figure out, what they were going to do to me, string me up, because I waited a month. And I've had tax payments sent to Charlotte, North Carolina. I've had them sometimes take 3 weeks for them to cash the check. So I kept checking to see if my checks got cashed. They didn't. I kept checking the USPS site to see if my 9505 tracking number had been delivered up in Charlotte. Nothing. So on May 15th, a month later, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not mailing the IRS crap anymore. So I went online and I did the electronic deposit, which I'm doing from now on. And the IRS got paid. But here's the deal. I was a month late. And then it was a couple of weeks ago, as I told you on the show, this is while I'm in the Philippines. The mail arrived while I'm in the Philippines, and I got it when I got home. The IRS hit me with tens of thousands of dollars in interest and penalties. Like $25,000 in interest and penalties for my 1 month late payment. I get hit with $25,000. So I have a boatload of evidence. I've got the picture of me at the post office. I've got the labels, the tracking number. I've got the receipts that show at 5 a.m. on April 15th last year, I dropped off my payments. So a pile. And I sent it all to my accountant, and then he has sent a letter to the IRS now to try to have my my interest and penalties abated. So that's where we are. But my accountant said, Steve said, hey, be patient. Just like it took the IRS almost a year to send me notification. So they racked up and jammed up, interest and penalties, right?
Why don't you call it like Optima Tax Relief? Optima Tax Relief. I hear the commercials all the time. They seem pretty reputable.
So the deal is that my accountant sent a letter saying, look at this pile of proof. My client did nothing wrong. He did everything. Look at his tax history. He's always paid on time. So my accountant says that they should remove the $25,000 in interest and penalties and absolve me of that. But my accountant says, but it's the IRS. You never know what they're going to do. But let me tell you what I did learn. I'm not sending jack crap via the U.S. Postal Service anymore.
Yeah, welcome to 2008, okay? Yeah. Because everybody else has been doing their taxes electronically for a long time.
It all gets filed, but for whatever reason, I went old school.
You always have.
You always are. You resist a technological advancement.
I don't.
Yes, you do. When you were told that you could pay your bills online, you fought that for the longest time. Nope. I want to go and get a check and put it in an envelope and get a stamp and go to the post office. I know I put it in the mail, and I'm like, who the heck wants to waste all that energy doing that when you can go paid?
I've done bill pay and electronic. I've done that now for
paid.
I've done it for
paid.
We stop it.
Michelle, the craziest
I've
part
done
of
it for I've done it for years now. Years.
2.
But
2 years.
No, I've done bill pay
Maybe
online.
3.
I've done it for 10, 12 years online. But I've done bill
the
pay.
whole last 2 years
Knock
of the
it
Biden
off.
administration.
Knock it off.
Okay, so the craziest part about this, if this goes to court and you have to submit evidence, the only evidence of you have of being at the post office that day, that time, is a picture of himself sticking his tongue out.
Yeah.
Look at this picture here. I pulled it up from a year ago.
Doesn't he look like a loon?
Yeah.
It's April 15th, 2024. There's a picture of me standing in front of the kiosks. This is at the Tampa, Maine post office at the airport, and the 2 receptacles in the wall where I put the package.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit this photograph of my client sticking his tongue out at the IRS as evidence.
And the receipts from the machine that have a timestamp of 5 a.m. I mean, all of it together. The trace, they're looking for my letters, the apologies that but I tell you what I learned. I'm not sending anything via U.S. Postal Service ever again. Nothing, 0. So there we have it. So Phil, that's the update. Are you sorry you asked now?
Yes, I'm sorry you asked, Phil.
He sure is. Hey,
Phil's we're banning him for a little bit. He's on suspension.
yeah, Phil, take a break.
Yeah, take a break. No more questions from Phil for 2 weeks.
Guess what we're going to talk? Michelle knows.
What?
This
is from the movie, what, Breakfast Club?
Yeah, so what do you think we're going to talk about?
Molly Ringwald die?
No, come on. You know what? You're a morbid sicko.
What? They're about that age.
You're a morbidly obese sicko.
Is Emilio okay? Emilio Estevez?
Yes, they're all okay.
Okay. I mean, I had
except for the teacher, Mr.
Bender.
No. Bender was the
kid.
Yeah, the kid.
I forgot his name.
The
Bender
teacher.
was a kid.
Yeah, the teacher was.
Well, he was like the principal. He was the principal.
No,
right?
he wasn't the principal. He was the detention teacher. Vernon, Mr. Vernon. Mr. Vernon was the detention teacher. So he's passed. I believe that he died. But the reason why we're going to talk about the Breakfast Club.
Oh my God! If Molly Ringwald died, I would have felt away.
They all got to listen. They all got together for the 40th anniversary. Yeah. So, Paul Gleason was the actor who played Mr. Vernon.
Okay.
And he died in 2006.
Yeah, a while ago.
That's a long time ago. Yeah, the cast of The Breakfast Club, Molly Ringwald, Judd Nelson, Anthony Michael Hall, Emilio Estevez, and Ali Sheedy, they all did a panel. This is last weekend on Saturday at the C2E2 conference in Chicago.
Okay.
And they're all on stage. And they all look pretty good. I guess apparently Andrew says they did one in Orlando, but Emilio Estevez was not there. I mean, but Chicago, they had all of them. I'm going to tell you right now, they've the oldest one, or the one that looks the oldest is Anthony Michael Hall.
Mm-hmm.
He looks the oldest of all of them. I'll tell you, looks the best. Molly Ringwald looks fantastic. She looks fantastic. Ali Sheedy looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
For the guys, Emilio Estevez looks 20 years younger than all the other guys on stage.
Yeah.
If you look at the picture. But the Breakfast Club...
well, Judd Nelson with that beard, that's not helping him. Come on.
Yeah, take that beard off and...
Yeah,
Judd
take that
cleans
beard
up.
off and he'd probably look just as young as Emilio.
How old are they 60 now?
All right, so Ringwald is 57. Emilio Estevez is 62.
Wow.
And he looks the youngest. I'm telling you right now.
He looks like a kid.
All right, so Emilio Estevez is a very rich 50. How old did you say he was?
62.
62. He's a very, very rich 62.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he's been taking care of himself his whole life.
What does that mean? He's a rich 62.
Well,
what the hell does that mean?
Like, I remember one time Chris Rock was on Oprah.
Right.
And he was like 50 years old. And Oprah's like, you look great for 50. He's like, hold on, I'm a rich 50. And he was right. He always took care of himself. He's into skin treatment. He looks good. He's always been fit. He's always been a working actor. You know, he's not like, you know.
But you know what? Emilio Estevez looks a lot like his dad. And I think his dad always looked very young, too. Sometimes it's in your genes.
Charlie Sheen, the other brother,
Yeah.
looks like death.
Yes.
Listen.
Well, he's got it.
Well, he's got HIV too. Judd Nelson is 65.
Wow.
Listen to this. Anthony Michael Hall is 56, but he looks like he's the oldest of the batch.
And probably the brokest. I mean, honestly, what has he really been in? I can't think of anything he's been in since these teen movies. I'm sure he's worked, but
Ali Sheedy is 62. She looks good.
Yeah.
I got to say, though, if I were to rank, Molly Ringwald looks the best, and then it's Emilio Estevez coming
reverse.
in. What?
I think Emilio looks the best.
Really? And
yeah,
then,
look at his skin.
I think that's a gender-appropriate reaction on both of your parts. I'm glad MJ's not going goo-goo gaga over Emilio. I will tell you, though, when you said something about the Breakfast Club, I would have felt a way if Molly Ringwald had passed.
What?
Because she was one of those, 80s teen heartthrobs.
Yeah.
She made a whole generation of men have an appreciation for redheads.
The smoking hot redhead.
Yeah. I mean,
and there's a curtain match the drapes and all that stuff. Yeah,
Always got to go there.
Well, go where?
I'll tell you right now. I don't
down south.
I do not work for Bob's Carpet Mart. I don't give a crap. I'll set it. There you go. I don't care.
Chomper's Carpet City. Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody, Bender. The next screw that falls out is going to be you.
Eat my shorts.
What was that?
Eat my shorts.
You just bought yourself another Saturday, mister.
Boy, what?
And another.
I think that's my favorite scene from the movie.
Remember when "Eat My Shorts" was such a cutting insult?
I know, to a teacher, too.
My shorts.
Bart Simpson co-opted that.
Yeah. Bart made pop culture to where it wasn't an insult anymore.
Right.
It became a joke.
Right.
Eat my shorts.
So the Breakfast Club at 40, and they're on stage. There was a question whether would they do a sequel. What would you do? How could you do? What would you do? What kind of?
Where are they now?
Are they like?
And their kids are all attending the school together.
Degenerate children.
Yeah.
Their kids are all on meth.
Oh yeah.
Bender's kid's running a gambling ring.
Right.
Yeah.
With cigarette burns in his arm.
One shows up with like an AR-15 to school.
Oh, stop it.
And a trench coat.
That would be the.
Well, you know what?
The angry jock in Emilio Estevez.
He was wearing a trench coat, I think, in the movie, right?
Like
as he was.
Yeah. You know what? I think you're right.
That really kind of predated a lot of incidents.
You're right.
Remember when Ali Sheedy made it snow on her picture with
Oh,
dandruff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and she made it acceptable for kids like me to have dandruff all through high school.
Yes, Andrew.
A reunion would be 5 kids sitting around on their cell phones.
Ah, very good.
That's right. Just looking down at the screen, not saying a word for 2.5 hours on screen.
Yep.
What
You're
a
right.
masterpiece.
Yeah. There you go. Round of applause.
Masterpiece movie.
Yeah. But they were asked if they'd ever consider a sequel.
And?
Emilio's like, no, I don't need this crappy movie.
But Michael Anthony Hall, on the other hand, was like, yeah, win.
Please, God. Please let that happen.
Yeah, I guess the consensus was that they've all they've kind of moved on. Yeah. So anyway, a famous John Hughes movie, and the late great John Hughes. Hey, tell me if this is obnoxious.
Yes.
I didn't even say what it is yet.
Because when you say that, I already know it's going to be a yes. It's obnoxious.
And it's nothing to do with me.
Oh, I thought you were choking on what I said.
No.
I was mid Pop-Tart when you said yes, and I.
So this guy is dating a really rich girlfriend, apparently loaded, family loaded. The guy says, I want my rich girlfriend to buy her own engagement ring.
Ew.
Thoughts on that, Michelle?
I think I just made it obvious what my thoughts are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's being really petty.
But let me ask you, okay, Colin Jost, who's he married to?
Scarlett Johansson?
And who had more money when they were like,
Scarlett Johansson.
So do you think that she bought her own ring?
Look.
Or was he capable of buying her a ring that was worthy of her hand and her finger?
It sounds so medieval when you say it like that.
What about Jennifer?
Well, I mean, okay. If you loved this guy in front of you, MJ, right? And he busted out like a a quarter-carat ring on a thin band, and it had a big fly floating right in the middle of the pool, and he gave that to you as your wedding ring, would you not have taken it? Would you have looked at it and said, tisk, tisk? You know?
No, but if they already are having a conversation, like what about Jennifer Lawrence and her boyfriend? He's like a museum curator or dealer, art dealer. Like, did he have the funds to put a ring on Jennifer's finger that, people expect because she's such a, celebrity?
This popped up on the Reddit group.
What was the consensus?
This is one of the Am I the Bleep Hole, the subreddit.
Oh, he's trying to get some counseling first?
On Reddit, there's something, Am I the A-hole?
Yeah.
And this is where people tell little stories, little snippets. And
how many have you posted?
And I've done... And this is where they this is where they pose a scenario and they ask, "Hey, am I wrong here? Am I the bleep hole here?"
Right.
And he posts this: Am I the bleep hole for asking my girlfriend to pay for her own engagement ring? And then it just goes into the fact that she's loaded, tons of money, rich family, blah blah blah, and doesn't matter. The guy should provide the engagement ring, even if he's.
Look, if you're going to have a conversation about it, fine. And at the end of the day, it really is just, for us anyway, the money's pooled. So
I tell you what, if you make the girlfriend pay for her own engagement ring, that's going to guarantee a prenup, baby.
Yeah, seriously. This is his key to the castle.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Look, I'm going to marry this one who I love, but I buy her any ring, ring, she'll take it, and then I'm in the money.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
A concert tour was just announced. And I know that you want to see this individual.
Mm-hmm.
The ticket prices are nuts. Listen, we've talked about this. The concert ticket prices are out of freaking control.
No, I don't think we've talked about this as much as we've just listened to you complain about it.
You talking about ticket prices or this specific concert?
Ticket prices.
What's the concert? Because it depends. First of all,
I'm going to give you a hint.
The money depends on who it is. Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hint. Let me just give you a little song blip and tell me if you know who this is.
Of course.
Do you know from that blip?
Of course.
You do?
Was that that's Eye of the Tiger?
No.
It's not Eye of the Tiger.
I can picture Rocky running right now.
No, it's not Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, it's Eye of the
Fester.
What is it? Eye of the Tiger.
No, it's not Eye of the... It's not. It's Stevie Nicks. It's age of 17. Come on.
What is this?
Another huge Stevie Nicks song. Stand back. Also some of her Fleetwood Mac stuff. Or the duet that she did with Don Henley. Leather and Lace. So it was announced yesterday that Stevie Nicks is going on tour. And
we're going.
And yes, Tampa was announced.
All right, let me ask you a question about Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
Doesn't she seem like she could be a Raymond James Stadium act and not an Amalie Arena act?
Oh, absolutely.
I
think absolutely.
Do you think that I don't know if she'd
I would
fill. I don't know if she'd fill. Well, hold on. She's doing some dates with Billy Joel. There's only a few. So August 8th, MetLife in East Rutherford, New Jersey, at the Meadowlands area. So she's doing a show with Billy Joel. That fills a stadium. Yep. Then she's also doing a Billy Joel date at Ford Field in Detroit, November 15th. That'll fill up. Also out in Santa Clara in California doing a Billy Joel. But we are getting Stevie Nicks at Amalie Arena on August 30th. And the minute I saw this news break yesterday, I immediately said, all right, let me see what the ticket prices are. And it's like, oh my God, it's like the decent seats that we like are $480 a ticket. I'm sorry, Michelle.
Oh, it's a bargain.
No, it's not a bargain. I'm not spending $1,000.
That's a deal.
It's not a deal. I'm not spending $1,000 for us to go see Stevie Nicks. I'm sorry.
You don't have to go.
Concert ticket prices are out of control.
You know, these concerts are becoming more of like life experiences now. You know, I mean, it's not like, hey, it's Friday night, we're just going to the concert.
Yeah.
This is a legendary act.
I'm not
This
paying.
is the
So,
last time
Michelle,
you'll see it.
we like what, section 116, 117, or 129. We like the side of the stage.
I'm writing it
Those
down.
seats are like $480. I'm sorry. Even though I do like Stevie Nicks, even though one of my favorite Stevie Nicks anyway, I like Stevie Nicks. I'm not paying $480 a ticket.
Because you're not as deep of a fan as I am.
Michelle, that is not.
The other day we were riding in the car. Some Fleetwood Mac song was playing, and I was singing it, and you were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "You don't know."
It was a deep
and I
cut.
was like, "It's a Fleetwood Mac. It's
was
on their like #1 album of all time.
It was-
Everybody knows every song on that album."
I don't. It's the deepest of cuts on that damn thing. All right.
Honestly.
So
It was like a gash.
It doesn't
It was
make
that
sense.
deep of a cut. It was a gash.
All right.
It needed 29 stitches.
You know what I
That-
think is ridiculous?
What?
The scuba diving trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let's go toe to toe, buddy.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sorry. I can think of a better.
Don't say you're
I
sorry.
think-
Don't say you're sorry when you're not.
Dude, I can tell you right now, I can get you a season pass to the Florida Aquarium for like $79. All right, and you can see all the fish you want
Thank
year
you.
round.
Yep. And they have an octopus.
And play in the splash pad.
I
Michelle,
think they'll even let you go in that Shark Tank or something.
please don't make me spend $1,000. Now,
Oh, I don't have to make you do it. I'll just do it myself.
even
I
like
don't
the
have to worry about
back,
it.
the back of the house seats are like $240, $250. I think the worst seat in the house is like $140 or $150.
Dude, you know what you're doing, dude?
What?
You are inviting people, and this is happening in real time.
What?
To, what did we call it a little while ago? Wallet shame you?
Yeah.
People I'm getting a text right now. How much does MJ spend on vanilla beans for his ice cream?
Right.
Oh, who's sending you that text?
Some
Listeners.
some crazy rando. I don't know.
Thank you, random listener texting Fester right now.
Hang on a minute. Hold on a sec. Who's this calling in? What's your name?
Well, hello, guys.
Hello. What's up?
It is Racy Stacy. So
Oh,
if you're not going to take...
Racy, Stacy, hold on a minute. I don't want to get too late here. Hold on. I'll talk to you right after. I'll talk to you right after the break. Okay. All right. Just hold the phone. I'll talk to you right after the break because I'm up against the clock here. I don't want to get too late. All right. 8:55. So now I'm gonna have people call up and complain
they're
that
gonna
I
critique everything you spend your money on.
Hang on a minute. It's too much. I'm sorry. All right, back in a second. We'll pick this up, and I got a lot more crap to do next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. I know I'm out of control. All right, so decent seats that we like on the side are $450, $480. The floor seats are like $750, $780, $600 for the floor seats. All right, Michelle, the prices are crazy. Anyway, so the phones have ignited here. Let's grab Racy Stacy, a regular here on the MJ Morning Show from Largo. Yes, Racy Stacy.
So, Michelle,
Yes.
since he doesn't want to have you on the sidelines, I am already on the waiting list, and I'm spending $750 for 2 floor seats each. So, guess what, chick? Me and you are going to be on the floor, and MJ can stay at home.
Sounds good to me.
I'm sorry. I don't want her to spend $750 for a floor seat.
She's not. I already have. It's on me.
Hold on.
No, you don't have to do that.
Racy.
Bye, MJ.
Racy, this is. If it's free, it's me.
Exactly.
I'm liking.
You call Fester a freeloader? Listen to you.
I'm liking this arrangement right here. So
Racy Stacy has already got waiting list tickets. And I've got them coming from Live Nation. I'm waiting right now when they come on sale in like 2 days.
Yeah, the
I have
pre-sale's
the
in 2
timer
days.
ticking.
the pre-sale's 2 days.
2 days from now is the pre-sale. She's
Right.
Yes.
So you're trying to.
I'm on the waiting list.
So you want?
So I'm already going to be there, and instead of just buying one ticket, I'm going to buy 2 now. And by MJ, she's covered.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
what night is August 30th?
And when I'm backstage meeting my idol, she'll be with me, and you can get there and
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. How are you going to get backstage to meet Stevie Nicks?
Sweetheart, there's actually YouTube video of me doing Gold Dust Woman at the Corner Bar. I was VIP backstage, Janice Live, 2012. I had 5 bands there that I knew and booked. And some of the people that my grandfather knew over the days, his poker partners are Telly Savalas, Frank Sinatra. I've had dinner 9 years old with Maurice Gibbs and his wife by myself.
Is he still
With
alive?
his friend Art.
He's the only surviving BG. All right, Racy Stacy, I got it. You're taking Michelle. Oh, it's a Saturday night. I'm going to lose a Saturday night.
The best time and
August 30th is a Saturday night. Stevie Nicks.
August 30th will be a Friday?
No, it says Saturday.
Okay, Google said Friday. It's a Saturday? Okay.
Saturday night.
Google's wrong.
29th is. No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Google's the calendar's wrong
Here
on
it is.
Google.
August 30th, 2025 will be a Friday. I'm looking at it on the AI overview.
I'm looking at it right now. August is looks like a Saturday.
Okay, maybe it's a Saturday. I'm telling you, Google's wrong.
Yeah, it's
There has been some weird things going on in Google, and I'm going to say that the calendar is off by a day.
No, the calendar's not
off. I was booking stuff for Priceline. No, check this out. I was booking stuff for Priceline.
Yeah.
And it's literally the same day as like the day before. And it's like, no, I can't book for a Friday because today is already Saturday. It's like off by a day, even on the calendar and Priceline. Like, it's crazy.
All right, Racy Stacy, thank you for the very generous offer. I'm guessing Michelle's going to take you up on that.
Of course, thank you.
Floor seats. All right. So yeah, it's the center section, the first section center. It's like $750 a seat. All right, thank you, Stacy. We'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome.
All right, hang on, man. Let me grab some dude is on line 2. Fester doesn't have the call screener up, so I have no idea who it is.
Say hello.
All right, line 2. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Paul from Largo. How you doing?
I had Stacy from Largo. Now I got Paul from Largo. Paul, do you know Stacy?
I do not.
All right, Paul, go ahead. What's your suggestion?
I got a solution. If Michelle wants to go, have her skip her next 2 hair appointments. That'll save you $700, and you guys can go.
It doesn't sound like Paul's on my side, really.
I love. No, Paul's a great instigator.
How about Paul? I just don't come to work for the next 2 months.
Yeah, how about
the job
Paul?
I'm not even getting paid for.
Well, Michelle, what do you do? What's a day in the life of Michelle?
A day in the life of Michelle.
Yeah, what do you do?
What do I do? MJ, what do I do?
What does MJ?
You know what? I ask the same question every day.
I tell you right now.
Right now, I have a dishwasher that's busted, so I'm washing dishes. I do the laundry. I make beds.
Paul, hold on, Paul. I will tell you right now, I've known these people for a long time, right? MJ would be unable to function if it weren't for Michelle.
What are you saying?
Anybody who talks to me about MJ and Michelle, or they bring Michelle up in any capacity, I will say the best part about MJ is Michelle.
Thanks, Fester.
Absolutely.
All right, Paul, I love your idea. Thank you, buddy.
All right, have a good one.
Detective Jay's on the phone, retired Tampa PD. Detective Jay, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, well, welcome back. I got to say, Racy Stacy, she sounds like she's a day off, okay? She's a day off. I don't know about Google, but, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway,
right.
I think she's a day off. Anyways, moving forward. Hey, Michelle, thank you for your service at State Attorney's Office. I just have to say that, number one. Number two, MJ is an experience. Take her. Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and do it. Take her.
Thank you, Detective Jay. That's what I say. Sometimes you just got to just jump right in and have a good time.
I'm doing that this week. I'm like, hey, we're going to bite the bullet. We're going to pay a little extra. We're taking off a couple of days. And you know what? Make it an experience. Have a nice dinner. Do something fun. Stop bitching and griping about the.
Thank you.
About the freaking money.
Right?
You make good money, MJ. Do it.
How do you know what kind of money I make?
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
if IRS
I'm
is
sure
after you for
you're
25
there every
grand.
morning early, and then you're on AM, so you're not hurting.
All
so
right.
just bite the bullet
Yeah,
and do it. That's just my thought.
Radio's
And
not
you
what it
will
used to be.
enjoy it. You will enjoy it, and it will go a long, long way with your wife.
All
That's
right.
all I got to say.
Thank you, Detective
Yeah,
Jay.
it'll go a long, long way with your wife.
Sounds like she's
You hear that?
she's investigating me.
It'll go a long way with a guy not too long.
What?
What?
What the hell did you just say?
No, what did I say?
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. What's the matter with you?
Anyway, I guess we'll have to. Listen, it sounds like Michelle's going with Racy Stacy if she gets her floor seats. All right, 9:10 at the MJ Morning Show. It is, 50 minutes away. 10 o'clock, the Cash Kitty's back. You know what? I could win the $1,000, and that'll cover almost one ticket.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, $1,000 on the way with the Cash Kitty in less than an hour. At 10 a.m., you will get another Cash Kitty word. You text the word to the text number we'll give you, and then stand by and see if you're randomly picked by the computer to win $1,000. 5 times a day. We do it at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. The Cash Kitty is back. $5,000 a day could be yours with our national contest here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105 104.7 FM. All right, rolling up on 9/11 at the MJ Morning Show. Little heads up. There apparently is a dead giveaway that you are cheating by using ChatGPT to write something for you.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a... you're a smart guy all of a sudden?
Well, I use ChatGPT all the time.
Do you know what the debt giveaway is? There's when people are using ChatGPT to write like a paper.
So I heard there's like punctuation or words that really you wouldn't think are weird, but only ChatGPT uses and people don't use them in normal.
Yeah, let me tell you what it is. So apparently ChatGPT is hyphen happy.
Oh.
Yeah. ChatGPT loves to add hyphens. You know, like you have a sentence and then they put a hyphen and then another word and then the hyphen and then they continue with the sentence. ChatGPT apparently it's like hyphen mania. And this has become a dead giveaway. And this is apparently a Generation Z discovery that Gen Z says that they can figure out when somebody is using ChatGPT, and it's the dashes, the hyphens that are incessantly coughed up by ChatGPT.
I wonder if that's just also not grammatically not just not correct, but also just not how we write. If it's an essay versus maybe some fictional writing that you're, like a story for school or something.
It's grammatically perfect in a lot of ways, and there's no levity, there's no sarcasm, there's no dots, you know. I mean, it's not.
Those are called ellipses.
I call them dots, okay? But there's
I say that for MJ.
But there's a lot of tells that you had a computer program write this, or if it has information that's slightly wrong, it'll reproduce it as fact. You know, it's not ChatGPT is not always 100% accurate because it can only deal with the information it was fed.
Yes, I was trying to explain that to MJ.
Guess which food could naturally lower your blood pressure? Now, you always hear these stories. Oh, eat this, don't eat that, and this can do that. But I read a new story yesterday, and it was good news because I happen to like this.
Rice.
No, I wish that's. I wish because me and my white Japanese sticky rice, my koshi hikari.
Oh, seaweed.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts.
No. It's a fruit, and experts are saying now that this item, eat one of these every day, and it could lower your blood pressure. I'll give you a hint here. Let me give you. Hang on a second. I'm going to give you a hint, and I'm just going to play just a little snip. See if you can figure out what the fruit is that could naturally lower your blood pressure.
Oh.
Do you know what
Yes.
that? I'm going to give you an audio song daily double.
Yes.
Does anyone know what that is?
Junk. Yes, it tells everybody what it is.
Do I need to give you a little more? All right, let me give you a little more. Come on.
Oh.
I know
Come
what
on.
it is.
Come on. What's the fruit?
BANANAS.
Bananas. Yes. That is it.
So if you eat a banana every day?
Yeah, apparently the banana, which is very rich in potassium, it can lower your blood pressure, even on a salty diet. So they've done these computer simulations, and we've all heard that increased sodium intake, can raise your blood pressure. And those that have high blood pressure, they're supposed to reduce their sodium, go on low sodium diets, keep track of, all the hidden sodium in foods. But now they're saying that if you have a banana, you have enough potassium, that the potassium can lower blood pressure even if you're on a salty diet. And the simulation showed that increasing potassium intake significantly reduced blood pressure even when sodium levels stayed high. So even when you do have some high sodium levels in your blood, that the banana and the potassium intake, and I guess if you want to take a potassium supplement and you can actually digest it and not, expel it, that might help even more.
So you take a banana to lower your blood pressure, one a day, and then you eat an apple a day to make you poop.
It's a lot of fruit.
That's a lot of fruit.
Well, listen, you're supposed to eat X number of servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Guess what? I didn't have a banana. I had 2 apples yesterday.
How are you feeling today?
I feel great. I had 2 Pink Lady apples.
Old smooth move MJ over here. I'll be right out.
I got to be honest, man. Walmart is not always known for having the best produce department.
Okay.
But Walmart recently has had a really, really nice batch of loose Pink Lady apples. Yeah, at a good price. And as you know, the Pink Lady is my very favorite of the apple varieties. But yeah, eat a banana and it could lower your blood pressure.
Eat an apple, it can make you poop.
Hey, Michelle, what do you say? What is your fascination with this all of a sudden?
You're talking about what kind of fruits to eat to make you healthy. Fester, do you have one?
No, I don't eat healthy food, but
eat blueberries to help your brain.
Prunes.
I had a blueberry Pop-Tart today.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fester
There you
did.
go.
Yeah.
I'm well on my way to good health.
Did you have the Pop-Tart brand or the Walmart brand?
Okay, so today I had the Pop-Tart brand.
Really?
Because like a week and a half ago they were buy one get one free at Club Pub.
Oh yeah.
At Club Pub.
Oh really? All right, so speaking of eating stuff, this woman says she's addicted to tea leaves.
Ew.
And tea bags. She's eating actual tea leaves. Oh my God, it's like eating pencil shavings.
Well, they're probably flavored a little better than that, but not much.
Hold on. Does she just buy a bag of like Earl Grey and cut it open and start munching?
A woman has opened up about her strange addiction. She eats the tea leaves and the tea bag. What the heck? Lubov, she's 20 years old, and she says that she eats tea leaves every single day and even chews on the entire bag. What is she doing?
Oh my God. All right.
What?
Just be very careful, people.
What?
If you search addicted to tea bags.
Oh yeah. Oh
be
yeah.
Very careful.
Yeah. You're.
Oh my God.
Hold on. What?
I thought the company had blockers for this kind of stuff.
Whoa, Fester, please.
Tell us what you found.
No,
please stop.
Please. Fester, describe.
I can see the computer screen because Fester and I share the common screen.
Well, share.
It's
No.
the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th thing
No,
down.
no,
is
do
the
not-
I'm
no.
addicted to your story. Your
No,
girl.
no,
Oh.
Fester, just stop right there. Stop. Stop with the tea bag. Stop. I'm ending the story. I'm ending the discussion right here, right now.
Be very careful, people.
My God, what is wrong with you?
Not safe for work.
Duh.
Okay, here's the person, MJ, the story I have in front of you.
Yeah, this is the tea bag eater.
I think so.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen multiple stories on this. Go ahead and roll it. Here she is.
I eat tea bags. And I'm in the restaurant right now, and every time I'm in the restaurant,
Why do these idiots put the music so loud that you can't hear the audio of what they're actually saying?
everybody's looking at me because people might think they're crazy.
Turn the freaking music lower.
And then I eat my tea bag.
So she has tea in a restaurant, and then she takes the tea bag out by the string, and then eats the freaking tea bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does it do for her? Does it give her like a super boost of caffeine?
She's tea bag daily.
I mean, jeez.
She did have some porn music playing in the background.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was in the background, but why do people insist on like running the music so it drowns out what they're saying? All right, 9:20 at the MJ Morning Show. Guess what? The final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. Michelle, do you know what's going on with eyelashes right now? I've got to see if Michelle knows what's happening with eyelashes. I didn't know this was a thing. I want to know if you know about what's occurring with eyelashes.
No.
Wonder how many of our listeners know what's happening with eyelashes. All right, I've got some Hollywood stuff. We got a lot of loose ends we got to get to coming up in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Oh, you know what? We didn't deal with the Pennsylvania governor mansion and that whack nut. Did you see what he revealed yesterday? And did you see when they were perp walking him? Did you see what he did? This is the nut job that lit the governor's residence on fire in Pennsylvania. And it's just some nutty crap coming. And I'm not talking about the guy's whacked out mugshot, but there's some crazy crap that's coming out of this story. All right, that and a whole lot more, and the eyelash situation. Want to see how much Michelle really knows next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Macy's commercial. When does Macy's at West Shore Plaza shut down? Isn't that soon?
Isn't it shut down already? I thought it was already shut down.
Did they already shut it down? Yeah, type in, when does Macy's at West Shore Plaza close? I don't know.
It was in March.
Oh, it already. It closed.
Yes, Macy's at West Shore Plaza in Tampa, Florida.
Oh,
officially
wow.
closed on March
All right.
23rd.
All right, so
This is April, right?
the big Macy's Easter sale on Wednesday.
It's not at the
Not in Tampa.
not at West Shore Plaza.
Nope, not there.
I think there's still a Macy's. There's a couple of Macy's in town. There's one in Brandon.
Did that?
Oh, really?
Did that one? Is that one close? Is that one closing too?
I don't know.
Listen, I don't know, but I guess Macy's West Shore's done.
Macy's in Citrus Park.
There's a lot of square footage available at that mall.
So there's a Macy's at Citrus Park, Westfield, Brandon, and Countryside in the immediate Tampa area.
All right. Hey, Michelle, do you know what eyelash shedding season is?
No idea.
Eyelash shedding season? It's a lot of shush, shush in one sentence.
Apparently, if you start noticing a lot of eyelashes on your cheeks, on your bathroom sink countertop, your pillowcase.
No.
Apparently, this time of the year is known as eyelash shedding season.
Spring?
Yeah. Why? Seriously.
Educate me. Inform me.
Your eyelashes just spring right off your face in spring. That's how they got the term spring.
All right, hold on. Michelle.
Yeah.
How do you not know this?
How long have you been a woman with eyelashes?
Probably since I was born.
And this is the first spring that you're hearing
Yeah,
about?
I've never heard of this.
Eyelash shedding season?
I saw a video with Dr. Allison Coombs.
Yeah.
And she says that, and by the way, she's an oculofacial plastic surgeon at the Manhattan Eye, Ear, and Throat Hospital.
Yeah, whatever.
And she says that this is eyelash shedding season.
I'll ask Dr. Chuck later.
Holy shed.
Yeah, I never heard of it. I don't experience that. I don't find more lashes. In fact, just the other day, I had one lash on my cheek, and I was like, wow, I haven't really, seen a lash in a long time.
Are you supposed to, wish on that eyelash? Is that
Yeah, you're supposed to wish.
What is that gimmick? What's that all about?
Make a wish and blow it.
So if you find an eyelash, you hold it up, and then you blow it out?
You essentially litter with your eyelash.
Yeah.
On average, we as humans shed 5 natural eyelashes every day. In a week, that's up to 35. That's about 20% of your total eyelash count.
Well, apparently it gets hopped up in the spring, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, why?
They don't know. They haven't been able to nail down exactly why it happens, but they think it could be changes in humidity and temperature.
Okay, see, that would be different for every parts of the world.
And allergen exposure.
Yeah.
I mean, like in Australia.
Right. They're opposite us.
Good day.
Oh, crikey.
My eyelashes.
I'm going to put some eyelashes on the Barbie.
Hey, look at you Americans shedding your eyes.
Oh, my God. The dingo ate my eyelashes.
Oh, my eyelashes.
The dingo ate my eyelashes.
Get the dingo. Oh.
I said enough with the damn eyelashes.
Well, that's some pretty good impromptu
right.
radio theater right there.
Are you guys ready for a test? This is a test. This is only a test. I want to test Andrew, our producer. I found sort of an obscure item regarding Disney. And I want to see. This is a Disney test because Andrew is an adult Disney freakazoid, our producer here on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, who's an adult?
And Andrew knows everything about Disney, but I'm betting that he didn't quite see this one yet. Andrew, the Disney test.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the latest Disney wacko?
The naked Canadian nut job on drugs who was scaring visitors by climbing on top of Tiana's Palace. The restaurant out at Disneyland.
Is this happening in California, you're saying, Andrew?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Another naked nut job.
Hold on.
What?
You mean Disney is being attacked by naked Canadians?
Yes. Andrew, hold on a minute. Do you have an alert on your phone that any Disney mention in any news story?
I've told you this before. Bob Iger calls me whenever these things happen.
Andrew, it's Bob. Listen, there's a nude guy from Canada.
This is true. And this wasn't even Disney World over here in Lake Buena Vista. This was not local.
Anaheim.
This is Anaheim, California. A naked Canadian nut.
Look at this guy.
Takes his clothes off, and he's on the balcony of the exterior of. This is a restaurant, right?
Cajun restaurant, yeah.
Mm. Oh, Cajun Fester.
Well,
give us a rundown.
Disneyland, here we got some crazy Canadian.
Do Canadians like Cajun food?
Well, sometimes. Well, this Canadian here coming up there looking in the balcony with a tallywhacker hanging out there. Listen here, I do declare, you get your little crawdaddy crotch here off my window there.
Do Canadians, if they're doing a crawfish boil, and a lot of times in crawfish boils, use the Old Bay seasoning and stuff.
I'll tell you something right now. A lot of Cajun.
But beer. A lot of times they'll use a beer in the boils, right? So the Canadians use a certain type of beer?
Mosin. Yeah, I tell you right now, the French Canadian, that's where Cajun people came from,
Andrew is right. A maniac, apparently high on drugs. And he's totally bare-ass naked, and he's on the outside balcony. He climbed on the roof, and he's on a balcony at Tiana's Palace, which is a Cajun restaurant, which apparently got its inspiration from The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, that's a Tiana story there about a little Bayou Queen, Tiana and the Frog.
How about some frog legs?
Yeah, there's a little frog leg.
Ooh-wee.
Look like a frog leg hanging from this boy's crotch right there.
Fester.
I don't know where you is, but you put that down on dick away, okay? I'm talking about.
So listen to this. A stunned witness says, and posted this on social media. We were under the canopy eating beignets.
I mean, they serve official food
All
there, right?
Professor, they were eating beignets.
You better eat them.
What's the famous beignet place?
Oh, yeah, Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a tourist trap.
So listen to this.
Some chicory?
All right, so listen to this.
A couple of chicory.
We were under the canopy eating beignets. Security was herding him. He climbed up the stairs, then walked along the roof, then was on the canopy screaming, "I'm exposing myself!" The guy is yelling, "I'm exposing myself," as he exposes himself. Holy moly.
Not the first time.
And nobody got this on video?
Listen to this. We came out of the haunted mansion and walked right into that scene. That's an eyewitness. They walked right out of the haunted mansion.
I would pay extra to go to Disney to watch some guy naked on my balcony.
1 minute earlier, there was a ghost inside their little car.
Yeah.
Right? And now they walk out and there's a big wanker in their face as this guy's... Oh, man.
Happened a couple of years ago, too.
Oh, that's insane. And, of course, Andrew knew all about it. Spring break. Guess who is going to join Miami in trying to really absolve themselves or try to make spring break unfriendly?
Oh, the Cajun Bayou.
No. Hey, you know what? You're close, though.
New Orleans?
No, Panama City. So this is quite a turn of events. Now,
I mean, when you think of Panama City, what else does it have going for it?
Oh, yeah. Spring break has been massive
yeah.
in Panama City. And that's hit and miss. Because sometimes, in March, you can get some cold days on the Redneck Riviera up there.
I'll tell you, Daytona, I mean, good luck. I mean, that's a tough town.
All right, let me tell you what's going on. So Miami now, for a number of years, Miami has done everything possible to
persuade
to
you not to come to Miami.
Repel.
They don't want you there.
They've done.
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle, you remember reading something like in Miami for spring break for a number of years now. They've done everything possible to try to make the spring break experience miserable for the college kids.
Amped up tickets, curfews.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michelle, you know the list.
It was like no parking in a lot of places. Then they amped up the parking, jacked up
It's
the
like
price.
$100 parking spots in the municipal garages.
No drinking in certain areas. I think a curfew was in place. I mean, they really made it like just a lockdown zone.
Very active towing.
Oh yeah,
and like jacked up prices for like if you get hooked up and your car gets yanked.
They just don't want you coming there for spring break at all.
Yeah. Well, listen,
if you're in college,
the city of Miami Beach says they broke up with spring break. They don't want you there.
Well, guess who else wants to break up with spring break? Panama City, which has been another spring break mecca, but it looks like Panama City Beach is joining Miami in quote unquote breaking up with spring break.
All right, that seems like a spring break town, slower town, maybe not a metropolis like Miami is.
Listen,
I wonder if the businesses are okay with that. Like, don't they want to make that money that they have a season? It's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Absolutely. So in a Facebook post, the Panama City Beach Police Chief J.R. Talamantes. I never saw that name before. Talamantes said that local enforcement, they can't handle the crowds and the rowdy visitors. And he says that Panama Beach can no longer be a spring break town. The time is over. Every year we try to manage it, and every year it brings more challenges. I'm not willing to risk the safety of our city to hold on to something that no longer works.
I mean, the thing is, how many people do you think is on the Panama City police force?
Oh, man. You know what they ought to do? They ought to move spring break to that MS-13 prison down in El Salvador. That's what they ought to do.
I have a friend that took a cruise that went to El Salvador and
Yeah.
he said it was beautiful.
Really?
He said he loved El Salvador.
You think these fellas down there are enjoying the same experience as your friend?
I don't know, but the spring breakers would probably have a good time.
You think so?
We have a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it, folks. 9:41 Cash Kitty, 19 minutes away. Cash Kitty, want to win $1,000? Cash Kitty at 10 o'clock. We'll give you the next word. We'll refresh your memory on the text line. You text the word to the text line. It'll take you 5 seconds, and you're in the running for $1,000 with the Cash Kitty. And it happens 5 times a day. You got a chance at $5,000 during the course of the day. 8 a.m. with us, 10 a.m. right after the MJ Morning Show, 12 noon, and then 3 and 5. Just listen and just do it religiously, man. Just up your odds of winning $1,000. Cash Kitty back in 19 minutes. Hang on. So the arson suspect up in Pennsylvania, did you see him making faces and sticking his tongue out at the media as they were perp walking him yesterday?
Mm-mm.
This guy's out of his freaking mind. He looks like a lunatic arsonist.
Yes, he does.
And a couple of things came out. Well, the images of the damage inside the piano room and like a dining area. I mean, you know what they said? The fire chief said that the door from the dining area and where the piano room is, the door was closed. That helped keep the fire contained. If that door was open, they say the fire would have spread up into the living quarters, and who the hell knows what would have happened to the Pennsylvania Governor Shapiro, his wife, and his kids.
His family, yeah, sure.
Oh, my God. So this guy is an absolute nut, this Cody Bomber. C-O-D-Y, Cody Bomber.
Hold on, his last name is Bomber, and you're spelling the first name?
B-A-L-M-E-R.
Oh, I thought you said bomber, like.
No, it's not. No, it's not B-A-O.
Oh.
It's not B-O-M-B-E-R like a mad
his name
bomber.
is Cody Bomber.
Yeah,
C-O-D-Y. What's the last name? Bomber.
Do you know he got the gasoline out of his lawnmower? He made like Molotov cocktail beer bottle bombs.
Oh, look at this beautiful room.
Oh, the room is. Look at the piano. He almost burnt he burned couches to the ground.
So
you got to get Randy in there from ServPro. Let her rip, Randy.
MJ.
They ought to do a ServPro commercial in here, and the Pennsylvania governor's mansion like it never even happened.
I was always under the impression
What?
that the governor had 24-hour security.
Oh, he did.
He did. So
What were they doing?
there are a lot of questions on how he was able to do this. He.
I can't just walk up and visit Ronnie D up in Tallahassee like at 2 a.m. I can't do that.
But I think they only had, I don't want to say it's nominal, but they probably only have like one guy guarding. It's overnight, and there's a fence around, and this guy hopped the fence and then was able to, get into the house.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why they didn't have an alarm system.
Well,
like if you bust a window,
That's a good point, yeah.
don't they have an alarm?
Anyway,
Motion detector, something?
The guy siphoned the gas out of his lawnmower or something to make these Molotov cocktail type bombs.
Oh, man.
Chuck them in. Then yesterday, he's making faces and sticking his tongue out at the media. This dude, he's up for attempted murder charges, arson. This guy's going away for a really, really, really long time.
Well, let's hope he continues with his expeditious performance here, and he turned himself in. Go ahead and plead guilty. Move it on. Let's go.
Did you hear what else he said?
What?
He was asked why he hated the governor so much, and that what if he ran into the governor while he was on the premises?
Yeah.
And this maniac said that he would have beaten him with his hammer.
What is
If
going
I
on?
had a hammer. The guy, he had a hammer. You know what his favorite song is? Stop. Have a time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ugh, this is awful. This guy needs to go away for a very, very, very long time. Oh, and then Cody and Bomber's mother said, just Bomber, but mom's name is Emma Bomber.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's not. But Cody Bomber's mother says she tried to warn police before the attack.
Why does this keep happening?
What the heck?
It sounds like there's been a couple of incidents in Pennsylvania where the parents have alerted authorities in advance of their crazy kids, and nothing has been done.
Cody Bomber's mother, Christine Bomber, not Emma Bomber, that'd be funnier, told CBS News that she reached out to 4 different police departments but couldn't get anyone to help before her son was charged with setting fire to the Pennsylvania governor mansion on Sunday. Christy Bomber told CBS News that he was, quote, he was mentally ill, went off his meds, and this is what happened.
Harrisburg police couldn't just, do a couple of more patrols?
Right. And, in the same article that they were what do you call it? Promoting they were getting a $10,000 reward for any leads, and literally the next paragraph was he turned himself in. So I have to ask, like, did they even have any leads, or did we just catch him because he turned himself in?
That's
what I'm thinking.
Very good question.
I mean, they would have tracked this mother down by her keeping a steady flow of calls coming into the police department.
Maybe she reported him.
She should get the 10 grand.
Yeah.
Did you see the story that TGI Fridays is making a comeback?
With their ribs?
Well, no, that's Chili's.
No, that's Chili's.
Oh.
I want my baby back, baby
Yeah, that
back,
one.
baby back, baby
See, I
back.
don't even know the difference.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's. They even say Chili's baby back. They don't say TGI Fridays baby back ribs.
All right, what's TGI Fridays have? They have those fajita platters.
They've got potato skins.
Yeah, potato skins.
TGI Fridays was like the last place to have like the salad bar. I remember them for like the salad bar.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like a...
I hadn't been to a TGI Fridays.
I can't
There
figure-
used to be one at West Shore and Kennedy, remember?
Yeah.
There used to be one there, and
Uh-huh.
the last time I was there was maybe 1997.
Dale Mabry and Kennedy.
Yeah, what did I say?
West Shore.
I'm sorry, you're right. Dale Mabry and Kennedy, there used to be right next to that old-time Life building right
By
there.
the Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, right,
Well,
right
that was,
now in
yeah,
Aldi.
that was a Ruby Tuesday.
Was it?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh, was that not? Oh,
It
maybe.
was a Ruby Tuesday.
We don't even know what the hell we're talking
You don't
about.
even know
You
what
know
you're
what?
talking
I'm
about.
talking out of my ass.
You are.
Different day of the week
I'm looking at you
altogether.
like, first of all, you gave the wrong intersection.
That was-
Now you're misstating the name of the restaurant, actually.
Just call me
Dementia.
Just call me misinformation MJ.
Yes.
All right, so it looks like there are 4 TGI Fridays in Central Florida.
It's
and
still
they're all-
around?
They're all in Orlando. Tourist Trap Central right here. There's a couple down in Miami as well.
Well, they filed for bankruptcy protection, but apparently there's a plan to bring back more TGI Friday. Like in the Bay Area, we don't have any locally here in Tampa Bay now, do we? I think
I'm looking at the map. There's a cluster of them in Miami,
There's
Orlando, and then Atlanta.
there's a cluster, all right.
It sure is.
All right. Anyway, so I thought you'd be excited because that's Applebee's, Chili's, TGI Fridays, right up Fester's alley.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at them.
Hey, did you see the bride that was pulled over for speeding and she was trying to go to her own wedding over in Port St. Lucie?
Was she in the dress?
That's great.
Was she in her dress?
The bride was trying to get to her wedding on April 11th. She was pulled over by the Port St. Lucie Police Department going 105 miles an hour. Told the officer the reason why they were speeding was because the bride was late getting to her own wedding.
Oh, dude, she's in the dress. I just saw a little snippet of the cam footage.
Yeah, hang on. I've got some audio. I've got some. Hang on a minute. I got audio of the body cam from the traffic stop.
Whose wedding is it?
It's mine.
What time is it?
It's 6:30.
Where at?
It's the work at the courthouse.
Hey, you're already late.
We're trying to get there.
Just give me a minute. I'll let you take her, but I'm going to give you a court date. It's a mandatory court appearance. All right?
All right,
Doing
come on, cop.
doing 105 miles an hour. Yeah, that's a mandatory court appearance.
How about you give her a police escort to the church and then you give her the summons?
Whose wedding is it?
It's mine.
What time is it?
And they're pulled over. The timestamp is 2:42. 12 minutes late to her. Oh, you've heard the whole thing. Oh, going to be late to his own funeral. Late to her own wedding.
Look.
Pulled over 12 minutes late already.
The guests will wait.
Oh, but what about the groom? Is he flipping out? He's like, she's not showing.
So listen to this. So the wedding was 2:30. They're pulled over doing 105 miles an hour in, it didn't say what zone they were in, but they were on something over in Port St. Lucie. They were on Crosstown Parkway.
So call it 45 or 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'd say 45. I'm looking at the video. I'm guessing that's a 45 or 50 zone.
Maybe 55.
So more than twice the speed limit. So the wedding is 2:30. They're pulled over at 2:42, and they were still 11 miles away from the wedding venue.
Oh, my gosh.
My God.
This guy couldn't have given an escort. Man.
This is crazy. On Facebook, the Port St. Lucie Police Department wrote, The old saying goes, rain on your wedding day is good luck. Well, on this sunny day, the bride's driver now has a mandatory court date in front of a judge. This stop gives a whole new meaning to racing to the altar. Not exactly the best way to start your wedding. Yeah, doing 105 miles an hour in what looks like maybe a 45-mile-an-hour zone, that's a recipe for the bride is hurled through the windshield and dies on the pavement.
Oh, stop.
On the way to the wedding.
All right.
You know, you want to talk about bloody, you want to talk about the bloody wedding. There you go.
All right, you're traffic court judge MJ.
Yeah.
And this bride comes on her wedding day and has to appear before you for the mandatory court date.
Right.
You give her a warning or you stick it to her?
Well, hold on. She wasn't driving. Somebody else was driving her.
But she could appear on, as a witness for him and say, Your Honor, please, he was just trying to get me to my wedding as quickly as possible. I was so late. I was already 12 minutes late, and I was still 15 minutes away.
What does Judge MJ decide?
Yeah,
in this?
go Judge MJ.
The cop's got to write up. He's got to write it up.
No, right,
and hang on a minute. And the judge, you
give her a warning.
They're guilty. No,
you give her a
warning. The guilty is charged.
Ooh, you're mean.
You are hang 'em high MJ, man.
Yeah. Woo.
And then I send her and the driver to that prison in El Salvador.
Yes.
To hang out with tattooed MS-13 gang members.
Woo! And innocent Americans, apparently.
All right. And then, fine. You know what? I don't want to. I'm not gonna. I have one more story. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to end the show on a negative note.
We gotta go.
We do. Why do we have to go?
We gotta get out of here.
Why do we have to go?
Yeah.
Because I have an appointment.
Oh, that's right. Michelle has multiple appointments today, including a $350 hair job. Yeah. All right. 9:53 at the MJ Morning Show. We got to roll. Guess what's next? Cash Kitty. Hey, Andrew, let's just come right out of spots with the Cash Kitty, okay? Yeah. So Cash Kitty is next. So immediately, don't miss it. Immediately after the break, we're coming right out with the Cash Kitty word and the text line, and your chance to win $1,000 next with the Cash Kitty at 10 o'clock here on the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and let's be careful out there.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call